And
Bing, 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 China. Bing, bing, bong, Obamacare. Bing, 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 bong, 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 bong. Get those lights off. Bing, 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 bing. China. Bong, bong, bing, 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 bong. Turn off the lights. I'm really rich. Bing, bing, bong. $1 million. Bing, bing, bong. It's Rubio. Bing, 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 bong, 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 bong.
That's beautiful.
It is.
it brought a tear. It brought a tear to my eye. I'm a little emotional right now, but
I got some feedback for you. Get rid of all this pink stuff. We're guys. I got a pink halo around me right now.
There she go. Where's the cat?
Rebecca's awesome, man. She's what? So we could start. Hey, Xbox, I got for Destiny.
I saw you were streaming it. Oh, when were you? You were streaming it.
Like earlier.
Was it like
today, last
Friday?
night, the day before that.
Dude, let me know. What do you think so far?
I think it sucks balls. I'm just kidding. No, it's good. Wait, we're talking Destiny.
€2. We'll say €2.
Euros.
Somebody said they can't hear you. Yeah. We can hear you fine.
Go to your settings on OBS and make sure that. Hey,
guys, can anybody hear OhSnaps?
While she's fixing that, let's talk about Destiny. You got the chat fixed. So let's talk about Destiny. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Fastback. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? Happy International Podcast Day.
I know, right?
When everything goes to shit.
Woo!
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Glad to be on. Excited.
You've been playing.
Cool to be on this side of the aisle or the wall.
How about now?
How about now? You like being on the casual side, right? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm working. Am I working, guys? Am I working?
We could hear you.
Hold on.
I know you guys.
Hit the chat. Let us know if you can hear OhSnaps now. Yay! Yeah,
Crickets.
we hear you.
Momel?
Who
said that?
Can hear you.
Nobody can hear her.
Like,
I got a yay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, you can have your show back.
Awesome. Thank you.
OhSnaps, I gotta ask you, how many bullets did you sweat in trying to figure out what was going on?
None, because I actually knew what the problem was. I let Xbot use my computer for a podcast, and he screwed up all my settings. And then I thought, just shutting it down.
That is a lie.
No, I promise you, it's not. We can fight about it later off air.
I did it myself. Thank you.
I think you should smack him in the...
I'm going to smack him with a frying pan, honestly, but I let him use it the other day, and he screwed up all my sound settings. I was so mad at him, but that's beside the point. Thank you for introducing our special guest today. Fastback from WDFC Podcast is here. Thank you for joining us, Fastback. You know what, Bob? I'm the host of this show, and I was going to ask him that.
Oh.
Yes, fight.
What?
Nope.
What's WDFC? What does WDFC stand for?
Who the F cares? Can I say?
You can say fuck on here. You just can't say
cares?
Bilbo
Just game.
sticks.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
would never say. Yeah, that.
Okay,
word.
so it's who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck
podcast?
cares? Just game.
I love that.
Why do people get to say fuck and I don't get to say dildo sticks? That's
Because fuck is not a bad
said it.
word. You're gonna get punched. Rebecca, now that you can hear me, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. She started off the show getting the strip cat kitty going. What's up, Arwen? Yeah, so thank you for joining us. I did get to go on the WDFC podcast this past Thursday, and it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy hanging out with you guys. It was a little quick of a show. I think Fastback needed to go play some video games there or something. He was
I had to
play
be
some
a dad. I had to be a dad. Yeah, so.
Oh, well, nice. That's even better. But it was a lot of fun hanging out with them, and Daz was there, and Witty Mass, and I forget who else. I'm sorry, but
Super Cooper.
Super Cooper. You know what? I've never actually talked to Super Cooper other than on Twitter, so that was pretty cool. So I had a lot of fun with you guys.
There.
Stinking Corpse, yeah. I was
But
like,
not
sleeping.
But now
wasn't.
he's not allowed. He he's got a woman in his life, so once he gets her locked down, he can do whatever he wants after that, right? Is that how it works?
It's blame X-Butt's fault day. Nice, Rebecca. It is blame him. He's going to get hit with a frying pan, I promise. So let me introduce the rest of the podcast crew. We have Butcher Van here. Butcher Van is being held hostage by Supersonic Station while he hits that super chat to make the strip cat kitty dance. Thank you, Butcher Van. But can you say hi to everybody?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Also, I was looking, and there's no cat dancing, so I'm a little disappointed in that.
Just wait.
Oh, well, I didn't see it. Yeah.
I love this song.
There it is. Yo, that cat got taller.
I'm glad to be here, and thanks for inviting me once again.
Oh no, you're stuck here. Supersonic's holding you hostage until something happens. Something, I don't remember what it was. He said, "Give him a scarf."
Thanks, Donald Trump. I'm not torturing him.
Congratulations.
I said thank you, Donald Trump.
X-Bot, please. X-Bot is gonna get kicked off the show today. So yeah, thanks for joining us again. So
You're not a nice person.
cut me off again, Trump. Cut me off again. I know where you live. So yeah, I forgot what the hell I was saying. So let's move on to X-Bot. X-Bot, you want to say what's up?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another CCC. I hope you guys are getting used to having coffee at night, because I don't know if you guys have it as a routine, but I will drink coffee anytime. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
How about at 3 in the morning, Bot?
I'm possibly energetic. If I'm up and there's a fresh pot brewed, I will definitely have a cup, and then I'll go to sleep right afterwards. No problem.
Oh, fuck off, X-Bot. But yeah, we drink coffee all day. Speaking of coffee, guys, this show is sponsored by the Iron Bean Coffee Company. If you guys could go check them out at ironbeancoffee.com. If you do want to buy some coffee, I am a coffee snob, and their coffee is amazing. I actually ran out, and I should be getting some sometime early next week, and I cannot wait. You guys use code Coffee Casuals Consoles at the checkout to save 15% on your coffee purchase. That being said, we have Crispy Bomb. Would you like to say, I was going to say good morning. I'm so used to saying that. You want to say what up to everybody, Crispy?
Good evening, everyone.
Good morning.
It's good to be back after a week hiatus. I'm hiding from work, as Mel said.
We're both hiding from work. I'm trying to really hide because I might have to go in later. But we're happy to have you here.
You're going on labor?
Good to be back.
What? X-Bot, you know what? We'll talk about it later. I just found out on the way back here. Thank you, Rebecca, for hitting the super chat again. She said X-Bot meets frying pan later. He is going to meet the frying pan. Strip cat kitty.
No.
Oh my! You can do a webcam and be rich by just hitting X-Bot with a frying pan stream.
Oh my god. No, I'll just put a video up.
I don't know how much of that I can take, man.
But on hard edge, X-Bot.
It's got to be
Yo,
the pan from
you
PUBG.
shouldn't trust her with a frying pan, because
She's killed hundreds of thousands of people with her stupidity.
Wow, really? That's a little harsh, Bot.
Trump.
You're done. All right. And then we have, last but not least, Supersonic Station, who is high on life. Would you like to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. I am very, very high on life.
He's like, I'm very hot.
Really hot.
I'm very hot right now. Yeah.
Am I allowed?
Supersonic Station is hot.
I'm high on
And glow sticks.
Can I tell people what happened so at least people understand when it happens later?
Yeah, sure. Slur your words while you tell them.
Okay, so here's the deal. I was starting to get a headache before the show.
Me too.
Okay, so it's all this stress and pink. Get rid of this pink stuff. So what was I saying? Oh, so I took so I was gonna take 2 aspirin, so I took them, and then they weren't aspirin; they were 2 really strong hydrocodone. So I'm kind of fucked up right
now. You know what you need to do? You need to go get some coffee, drink some coffee, or put on your VR
cold
headset.
Shower, the whole spiel.
It was an accident.
It was an accident.
I'm gonna be very happy during this show. No I guarantee you won't hear anything negative from me.
Guaranteed. That is a guarantee from Supersonic.
Well, now I know why you said Destiny 2 was good. Like, now I know
we're gonna talk some Destiny, dude.
We don't need to talk about Destiny ever. I told you guys can get your own show and talk about Destiny. Yeah.
They're bringing drugs.
No.
They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
Hey, Donald Trump.
It's crossing the line, but.
Can I announce the winner of the Pixel Rip giveaway?
Oh, yes. Yeah, who won that?
Awesome. So the
don't
winner
say me
is...
because I don't have VR right now.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, wait. Yeah, good. Bum.
The winner is Pixel Rip 1989 for PSVR is Siberia.
Where's the Trump sounds? Dun, dun.
We will tweet that out. So what you need to do... What you need to do is I'll give you instructions and you have to...
I don't mind having a big, beautiful door in that wall so that people can come into this country legally.
Thank you.
Here's the Trump sounds. Yeah, we got it.
I'll let you know what to do. You just got to let Pixel Rip know, and then they are going to give you the code. So the developers are going to give you the code. They're very awesome, and I love that game, and I love the devs. They're so cool. Okay, I'm done.
That is pretty awesome. So congrats, Siberia. That is really awesome. I hope you enjoy that game. Let me know how it is, because sometime in the future I will be getting an Oculus Rift, and I'll probably need some games and some options on there.
They got a new one now. It's all wireless.
I know. Awesome. I don't really want the wireless one. While it sounds really cool and all, it's not the same. But we'll save that for another show. What? Don't worry about it, Bot. So who's got the echo? Supersonic, can you mute for just a second? Haha. Yeah, it was him.
We found it.
You busted. It's all those drugs. So anyways, I want to start the show off, because Forza Horizon came out for early access, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. And some of you got to play it. Some of us did not get to play it. A lot of people did get to play it, though. So I want to know what you guys think about it. So who first, show of hands, who has tried it? I know Butcher Van. Raise your hand.
Yes, I've tried it.
Supersonic.
Thoroughly.
Can I say something really quick? I tried the demo, but I was watching people play on Mixer. You can earn currency on Mixer by watching people stream it. I was watching people.
Yeah, Daz is farming money over there.
Yeah. It's good to see people cross streaming. Like every stream I watch, people were cross streaming. So 3 different streams going on at once. But the more you watch it, co-streaming. So the more you watch it, the more currency you earn. And yeah, just watch someone stream Forza and you get currency. It's pretty cool.
That's really awesome. I want to actually play it, so I didn't have the opportunity. How about you, Fastback? Did you pre-order it?
No, I waited till Tuesday, but I did buy one and gave it away on the NLG show Friday. So, but other than that, I'll wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm trying to be patient and just wait. What is going on with the microphone?
I didn't do it. It's not me.
Do you guys hear that? I think Crispy's trying to talk.
I hear it. I'm on mute.
Crispy's trying to talk. I think he's being abducted.
By alien ducks.
Crispy.
Already got one person hostage.
He's muted. Or Van is muted.
Supersonic's muted. Crispy,
Yeah,
are you there?
I think we're having issues.
There you go. I heard you now. I think it was you.
Is it me?
Yeah, it was, because you're talking this time before you're going. Did you get to play Forza Horizon 4 yet? Like the full game?
I have Game Pass now, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm just gonna wait for that. You know, but yeah, no.
Isn't it really hard to wait though? After seeing, like, if you're on Twitter and stuff like that, you're seeing like little gameplay clips, you're seeing people taking pictures. Yeah, like for me, because I'm waiting until Game Pass as well. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to play the game.
Having an X1X and a very good 4K TV, yes, it's extremely hard because I like more arcadish, you know, racing games, and it just seems right up my alley. So yeah, it's tough.
I just saw a space cat. I swear I saw
What are
it.
you talking about?
You did not.
This game Forza is gonna be pretty popular for a while. I mean, there is so much you can do with this game, and like right when you do a race, you like as you finish that race, then 3 more pop up on your screen like immediately after, and they just keep giving you more and more and more content. Like it's crazy. I keep unlocking stuff. I'm level 84, I think, and
I will catch up to you, man. I will.
stuff keep coming.
How are you level 84?
Been like day and night for the last 2 days. Been playing.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, I saw you. I had invited you to a party the other day, and you just completely ignored me. And it was like, I was gonna ask you about Forza and nothing. I was just like, all right, cool. Obviously, you're having fun with it. So I just want to know your general thoughts, because I did try out the demo, but I figured I'll just wait till it drops on Game Pass before I play, because I don't want to spend any more money on games when I have to buy Call of Duty, Blops, and all that shit. So I have it coming up. So I want to know, like, what you thought about it as you're playing, and, you know, how many people have you played with? Have you done online?
The online actually runs really smooth. Obviously, there's not a lot of people on right now because it's only really the people that pre-ordered or got the Ultimate Edition. But coming up on Tuesday, there's going to be a lot more people playing, which will be really, really good to see that many more people. But I'm enjoying it. There's so many cars. There's a lot of ways that you can modify. It's a Forza Horizon 3. I didn't really enjoy I enjoyed the game, but I didn't enjoy the grind of like unlocking stuff and having to go from party to party and, you know, open up the next festival. The way they do this is different, and they give you more like just a showcase that you can play, but you don't have to get to a certain threshold before those showcases finish. You just do one showcase, and then you can go do another showcase, and then you can go do another showcase, and then all in that time, just more and more stuff is becoming available to you as you're playing. So it's a really smart way to do it, and it keeps you interested, and you're just like you're kind of overwhelmed because there's just so much to do.
Well, that's really good, because I get bored really easily. Like if I'm playing something, okay, PUBG is an exception though. You do the same shit over. That's like insanity, honestly, and the outcome's always the same. I always lose. But when I play like Forza, I played it for a good while with Xbox, the Dawn, Delirium Blades. We used to go on all the time. But after a while, I just get bored. And I have a question though. In order to play online, do you have to pass a certain amount of races? Does that still stand, or can you just go online and play?
You can actually drive. The way that this game's set up is basically you're limited on what you can do until you get to level 20. Because it's kind of like a stretch. You remember the demo where they had you play all seasons?
Yeah.
This game is the same thing, but figure the first 20 levels is like the demo but stretched. So you have to play all the seasons before you get into the final season. So right now the final season is summer. So you have to play the other 3 seasons and get enough points in each season to progress to the next season, and then progress to the next season.
I can kind of see that. I guess that's Playground being like, once you hit level 20, you're pretty much good. You can take the training wheels off in terms of, ending a tutorial type thing. So what you're saying is level 1 through like level 20 is kind of like that tutorial to get you into the game, and what you're doing and how it runs and stuff like that. And then once level 20 hits, then you're open to do whatever, right?
Yep, pretty much. That's exactly how it goes. And it's a really cool feature because then it gets you introduced into all the seasons. And then once you hit level 20, you get into the regular season. Like right now it's summer, and then in 4 days it's going to switch to a new season. So the seasons are, I'm not sure how long they go, but I'm assuming a week. And so every week, everybody that's over that threshold, that level 20 threshold, will change into the new season as well. So everybody will be in the same season.
I was wondering how long it was going to take for the seasons to change. Mostly because I'm really impatient and I really hate snow. And I don't want to drive in snow in a game, and I don't want to drive it in real life. So I'm a little disappointed that I have to deal with that.
No, it's pretty cool because the way they do it, like, obviously the map is going to be of that season.
Yeah.
But like when you do online races with your friends and stuff, you don't have to race in that snow season for all those races. Like they can be summer or fall or whatever the online races can be. But when you're actually doing on the map, that map stuff is like in that season.
Yeah, well, let's just be honest here. When it comes to driving in the snow, OhSnaps make some really bad decisions. There was this huge hill. There was this huge hill, right? It was snowing here.
You can suck my balls, bud.
She decides out of anywhere to go, she was going to go down the hill, and she almost died. Yeah,
I did almost die, but I didn't die, so that's what matters here. I didn't die. I lived. Okay.
The ABS the whole way down.
I made bad decisions. I was basically crying because I thought I was gonna die. My car stopped in the middle of like
an intersection
underneath like the light into the center of it, and I really practically shit myself, but I didn't poop myself, I promise. Anyways. Oh, that was scary. But anyways, don't bring me back to that.
I crashed into a snowplow once. Like the biggest thing on the street. I crashed into a damn snowplow.
Why?
Not my fault.
Guys, this is going to turn into tell me you're driving in the snow.
Before you started driving, dude?
Two aspirin,
how did we get into snow driving?
Anything can happen.
I saw the cat. I swear to God, I saw the cat.
I'm not supposed to play with
Whoa,
it's because
there was a cat. I saw a cat.
Driving.
See, it's not just
you guys are bugging.
Space cat. We're either both tripping or there's space cat that popped up.
You guys are bugging. Anyways, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah.
I think my two favorite features so far of this new game, one is the drone. They give you an option to fly around a drone.
Like in the last game?
Yeah, which is really cool because you can pinpoint stuff and find stuff with the drone. Like the barn finds, they're a pain in the butt when you're driving around. So if you get out your drone, you can find the barn finds a lot.
Very nice.
And then
I didn't like that drone in part 3. Like, I don't know, it just didn't work for me.
It seems to do pretty good in this one. And then the other thing I like is the photo editor, the camera. That's a lot of fun, and I try to get a little creative on my photos. And you can do quite a bit with them. I'm hoping they add more features, but so far that's pretty fun too.
That's really awesome. I like taking photos in real life, so I think that's one thing I'm going to enjoy on there. Someone's got a terrible echo. Who's got the echo?
Hey, I've been muted, woman.
Hold on, I will mute myself. Hold on, let's see. Okay.
Does it on the Forza Horizon 4? Is the festival still kind of a big thing compared to the last 3, or?
Actually, not really. They have the festival, but it's really more of just a go-to to change your car and stuff. But
yeah,
like they don't focus on that like they did the last one, and that's why I like this one a lot better than the last one.
Yeah,
is because of that. You're not being like pushed into it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping because the last three, it was fine. You know how the last one, you were the one in charge of the festival and how it was going to be. So, and my thing was, well, what are they going to do in 4? It's like you already done everything for a festival.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this one's a little bit different in that aspect.
I fired up the demo for the first time while I was on WGFC podcast. Everybody was talking about the game, so I was like, all right, I'm going to fire it up. And then I tried the demo. Like, I was playing it a little bit while I was listening in and chatting with the guys and stuff. And then I played it a little longer, and I actually enjoyed it. I just did not enjoy the walls that you drive through. I thought that was really cheesy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Oh,
does anybody else find those?
Because of the blur, right?
Yeah, and they're just like really small blocks that tumble, and they definitely have blur on them. And I guess I'm not impressed with that. I don't know. I'd rather drive through a pile of leaves and let them fly everywhere.
For some
reason,
rhyme.
Want to know something funny?
Go ahead.
It's really tricky because a lot of those walls you can blow through, like you can drive through them. But I've found that for some reason they have walls that look just like that you can't drive through also. So I'm like doing like 170 through the woods, and all of a sudden I go smack straight into the wall. I'm like, what the heck is that? So
that's like the barrier. You cannot cross into this area.
yeah, it's just really awkward though because it's the same design as the ones you can go through.
They tricked you. That's why.
You know what else they have in the game? They have sheep. And I ran one over for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Thank you very much.
I don't know about that.
I saw the
I think you glitched it, but whatever.
No, that's not glitch. You can't do that. It can't be glitch. I ran that sheep over. I have proof.
You know,
by the way,
you do have proof.
Yes, you did, bro.
By the way, Crispy,
$100.
you and me, $100.
$100.
Crispy's gonna drop the phone and hang up on us right now.
I was gonna say it got really quiet when he's like, "Yo, you owe me $100."
Don't worry, I reminded him last week when you weren't here. I was like, "That's why he's not on the show."
He wants the Destiny, so
whatever
the hell it is.
You already had that.
Speaking of
that's
Destiny,
how much I pay attention to Destiny.
Actually, nobody's speaking of Destiny, Supersonic. Nobody.
Crispy just spoke of it.
No.
He was just making a point.
No, he's making a segue.
No, I'm going to make a segue.
A segue to the next topic.
You know what, guys? It was a great chat about Forza Horizon 4. I can't wait to try it on Tuesday. I do get out of work early that day, so I will be playing it that night. And hopefully I'll be able to get on the online.
Hold on. What is your idea of early?
6-ish p.m. 6-ish. I can go in earlier and leave at 5-ish.
Hold on. Are you going to stream it?
No, probably not because it's not multiplayer when I first go in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be fun for me.
Rebecca made a frying pan in the chat. I'm just saying.
I'm making a frying pan. Can you send it to me? I will send you my mailing address.
Rebecca really wants me to get injured with a frying pan.
Every time you say Destiny, she's like frying pan. I promise. And then I just wanted to make that really nice frying pan smack sound.
I'll call it Forsaken from now on. Okay.
No, that's not okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to something a little bit interesting that came up earlier in the week. Sony, they did a crossplay beta for Fortnite, and I was thinking about this, like, what does this mean for gaming? Now, we had some really deep argument opinions in the chat about this, and that was the best part of this. So I want to kind of hear some pros and cons within all this. So I'm gonna give this over to our guest first, Fastback. What do you think about crossplay? Like, the Sony saying, "Hey, we can do this," even if we're just trying it out right now.
I'm all for crossplay, and I think it's something that's gonna catch on more and more going forward. Fortnite, Rocket League, and Minecraft. You already see that with Nintendo and Xbox, and so I think it's a good thing that Sony's going to jump on board. So hopefully this beta goes well, and then they can do more with it.
Mm-hmm.
and especially with the cross progression, that's what a lot of people want. That way, you're sitting down in the, let's say your gaming chair or whatever, and you're playing Fortnite on your PS4, Xbox, but you want to go and chill out and relax and jump on the bed or whatever, or on the couch, and you can switch over to the Switch and still have your, what you were doing earlier
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So I like to see the bigger developers. Maybe later on we might get EA get involved, and maybe we'll see it on Madden and FIFA and NBA or something. I like to see esports kind of adopt it. Maybe the big three can sponsor some, individuals or teams. And you see Xbox versus Sony or Nintendo, whatever. So I don't know. It could be interesting. So.
I think it's going to be a good thing for gaming, but I do understand some of the points. And before Supersonic Station falls asleep, don't fall asleep, Supersonic. I'm not calling you. I want to hear you out, but I want to hear Butcher Van's thoughts on the crossplay, because there was a very heated conversation, and I was just like, this is great. Save it for the show, though, guys. And they just kept going on and on. But everybody's friends now, and it's all good. So, Butcher Van, I know you are pro crossplay. So can you tell me a little bit about why?
I am for crossplay. I think it's good for the industry, and it's good for the players and everything. They, especially me being a multi-console owner, and I play on both frequently. Like my struggle has always been that I have to buy 2 of everything, because I had friends that play on PlayStation and friends that play on Xbox, and I wanted to play with both, so I'd end up buying the game twice just to play with those people. But now if they open it up to more games, then I would only technically have to buy 1 copy, because then I could buy it on one and then play with my friends on the other as well. So that's where I see the real benefit. I agree with Supersonic, where cross progression technically is better, but I'll take whatever we can get at this point. I mean, progress is progress, and
absolutely.
So that's where I go with that. But I agree, Sonic has some good standpoints on that, and obviously we talked about it for a long time in private chat.
Yeah, no, Sonic's just Mr. Negativity is what's going on, man.
He can't be negative tonight, so
I never.
Not today.
So here's the deal. In Destiny, I got this exotic. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, you're gonna get kicked.
No, okay.
Yes!
Like I don't. I never cared about crossplay. I still don't. Like I would. The thing I want is cross buy, and cross progression is good, like I said, but cross buy is way more important to me, because I get tired of buying my games on my Xbox, and then I got to buy the same game on PC, kind of like they did with the 360. You got to buy it on 360, then you got to buy a whole nother copy on Xbox One, and that's just stupid. Like I would rather have that than I don't want to play with PlayStation people. I don't care about that.
I highly doubt that's ever going to happen.
What
I'm
cross?
sorry, I have to
with
say,
PC, then Microsoft would have to buy out Steam, right?
PlayStation people are cool too, though.
I mean, like Destiny, like I got Destiny, and I'd like it to play it on my PC as well, and that'd be pretty cool. I forgot what all my other points were at the moment, but
I can read them to you. If you want.
Here's the other thing. I told you guys this would happen, because like we were talking about this kind of right when the news dropped. So I told you that once this happened, Xbox is going to be the worst place to play Fortnite, a free-to-play game, because it's locked behind a gold subscription. You know how I feel about subscriptions. But yeah, you can play free-to-play games online on Sony, but you can't on Xbox. It's locked behind a Xbox Gold subscription wall, and I don't like that.
That's true.
So the ball's in Xbox court. So like, what are you gonna do now, Xbox? You got
Xbox.
What
all
are
your
you
fault.
gonna do? Are you trying to start a fight with me, sir? Let's go.
No, Xbox has to respond to this for real, because this did nothing but make Xbox look bad, and they were like all bragging, putting out tweets. Oh, me and Nintendo are holding hands together, but Sony doesn't want to play ball. But hey, Xbox wants to charge you this subscription, so they kind of just stuck their foot in their mouth with all this crap.
Yeah, but see, I think you're going to be the person who's going to start the whole argument about the paywall, et cetera, et cetera. Xbox, it looks like you have a fan in the chat.
Quite a few people are already making, calling it out.
Yeah. 8 hours later, like all over the media, like calling out Xbox. So
it's all your fault for talking about it in the private chat. That's the problem. So, Crispy Bomb, what are your thoughts about this crossplay situation?
Since I'm the one that didn't say a darn word.
Yes.
And I had a rant last time saying,
like, I'm going to wait.
Absolutely has to do this at some point or they're going to be behind. So they finally did it. God only knows what actually happened behind the scenes. I mean, Bethesda or somebody could have been like, look, we're going to stop bringing games to you if you don't do this. You know what I mean? And
they actually said that kind of publicly, and like I've been waiting to get in there on that.
You know what I mean? But like, and I understand like what Supersonic's saying, like the paywall, this and that. I think they're going to announce it. I think Xbox, has their Unity candle lit. People have to realize that the services that Xbox provides have been locked behind a paywall for like a generation almost. So they're going to have to do some work to actually make this happen. Like, I understand, like, everybody thinks there's just a switch, but you're talking, like, tons of, like, security that Xbox Live has. So now you're going to have to provide this for free. It's going to take some time. Besides the point, why didn't PlayStation just do it a while ago? They could have avoided the negative press. They could have did it, 3 or whatever, 4 months ago. And just said, you know what, after a week, we don't want to, we want to be part of this.
Because they felt like they didn't have to, man, to be really honest with you.
And that's where
we at Sony Studios don't have to do anything.
Honestly, they don't have to do it. They didn't even have to do it this generation. I guarantee that they didn't have to do it at all, and they would have been just fine without even releasing.
Butcher, they would have been fine, but here's the deal: Bethesda came out, other publishers, other developers came out and said, well, if you're not gonna like kind of like adapt to this, we have no problem basically leaving your platform behind. And once they said that, that's when PlayStation came back and was like, oh, we better do something here. And the funny thing about this is they put it into what they call a beta, which to me, it's hysterical.
It's
all right.
bull.
Because Epic with Fortnite just flicked the switch and turned on crossplay. Oops, by accident. And it was no problem. There was no beta needed or anything like that. But they want to make it look like there's some extra work in the background. And PlayStation is now thinking about the gamers when it comes to this. When in all actuality, they're thinking about their company, which they should be. All right. If the industry is going this way, don't be the stubborn kid at the basketball court that's like, I'm taking my ball and going home.
I'm taking my ball and going home because I can.
And I feel that is the main reason why they said, okay, they're going to put this out there for now. I feel like, Bethesda, EA, Activision, I think they're all looking at this for the future. As far as what Fastback said about the kind of like the pro sports, the pro gaming, and so I can't see them doing kind of like an Xbox team going against a PlayStation team, because there's still certain things they want to keep at a very even level when it comes to esports and stuff like that. And with both systems, there's different hardware. Like you look at the controllers, the Xbox controller can get firmware updates and be as responsive as possible, moving on. Like they'll always do updates, stuff like that. The DualShock 4 can't receive those. All right. So basically the DualShock 4 is how it is when you bought it, where the Xbox controller can become more responsive and stuff like that. With updates. And since there is an uneven playing field there when it comes to like, professional esports, I just don't see them doing that yet. Maybe with the new set of hardware, you know, when PS5 and Scarlet come out, maybe they'll think about doing it then. Because you got to think about it. This crossplay stuff, it's going to move into the next generation of hardware. It's going to, I think it's going to be kind of like a pillar to console gaming. I feel like a lot of developers, a lot of publishers, this is where they want to go, especially third party. They really want to do this.
Yeah, look at Destiny 2, where you have clans, right? You have clans that have both Xbox and PlayStation members, but they can't co-op together, right? So if they open cross.
Cat kitties up there. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Supersonic Station to get rid of all this pink shit. Thank you, Supersonic Station, for the super chat. He just wanted to see the cat stripping over there. That's what it is.
I think he might be just seeing stuff from what he took. Like he might be hallucinating.
It's in his house.
Like pink dots floating in the sky or something, man.
I feel like I'm in Sean Murray's brain right now.
That's truly what it is.
What's up, man?
We totally need to give ourselves credit for last week's show where we were talking about everybody needs to rise up and go against Sony with this crossplay thing and just turn it on. And then and then just after that they announced it.
I think secretly, like I wanted to be humble about this, but I really feel like CCC is what really, you know, lit that match and got it going. And Sony is like, you know what? If CCC says we should do this, we got to do this. And
That's definitely what happened.
It's funny because we were talking about it and we're like, well, Black Ops is coming out and all they have to do is flip a switch and that's just gonna just end the world if they did that, you know. And then they announced it, so I was laughing a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. That it was just right on time. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about crossplay. Well, one, I think that Xbox can definitely get rid of the paywall for Fortnite. No problem. Flip a switch. That's all it takes. I'm sure they could just make that one game free. I feel like crossplay is definitely beneficial because I couldn't agree with Butcher Van more with having two systems, right? How many times have I bought like two different games? I don't know, not a lot. A couple times, only because I don't put too much money into PlayStation. There's a few games that I get on there that I really want. But we do have a lot of friends that play on PlayStation, but they also play on Xbox. Other than that, I don't even get involved with many PlayStation people, just for the sheer fact that it's not them, it's me, okay? I'd rather play on Xbox, so most of the people I know have either both or, you know, one. But if you did have crossplay, then you would have people playing PlayStation, you would have people playing Xbox, but you wouldn't need to spend that money to get that other console. Like, we spend a ridiculous amount of money on our gaming habits. All of us do. So, you know, that being said, I mean, I'm ready to get rid of my PlayStation, and anybody that I do communicate on Xbox with, they're on my PlayStation too. I don't have anybody special there. I don't know anybody who solely plays on PlayStation. At least I don't think so right now. Maybe a couple people, but not too many. And I wouldn't mind playing with them and not having to purchase a game for another console. Like, that's frustrating. For, you know, I was excited to get a PlayStation. At first I bought it, as you guys know, many of you know, I bought it to troll. Then that didn't happen because I really enjoyed it.
That you played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I really like that game. And then I haven't picked it up in ages, like 6 months maybe. But, you know, overall, like, I think it would be good to play any multi-plat games with other people and get to meet new people from the other side, you know, and then that can kind of break down the war of the console war, you know, like, what else can it do? Like, people are gonna be like, oh, well, mine's better than yours because it has this, that, and the other. Then you know, you're gonna open up a door for trolls.
Worse, to be honest with you.
You think so?
Yes, because people will be like, okay, PlayStation dudes can beat the Xbox dudes in Call of Duty and this and that, and vice versa. You know what I mean? I feel like multiplayer shooters, people could say what they want and you could take it as whatever way you want, but I think Xbox has the advantage because we have more of even exclusives. Like, I mean, Halo, there's no first person shooter even close on PlayStation. That's an exclusive that can even compete with Halo.
You know what I mean? And even third person, I mean, come on, who can compete with Gears? I mean, seriously, there's not a single exclusive on that platform that could compete with Gears. So I don't know. I think it would just make things.
You just made the console war worse.
Yeah, I gotta say, Crispy, thank you very much. I know you're a Gears guy, but to hear you put Halo first there and say nobody can compete with Halo first, and then bring in your beloved Gears, I appreciate that, man. I just want to let you know I recognize that.
One of the greatest first-person shooters ever developed. It still is. I mean, there's especially multiplayer, bar none. I have played. Yeah. I suck at it. That's why I don't play it. But it's still the visuals, the gameplay, the mechanics are just incredible. Mm-hmm. They still just they up themselves every single time they release a Halo game, and I'm always impressed.
Agree.
Nice. One thing I wanted to add, OhSnaps, with the whole the paywall thing, all right? Mm-hmm. Because I know there's people out there that will they'll try to defend Xbox in this whole thing on why they should keep it behind a paywall. But let's be real here, guys. You know, I know a lot of people, you know, if you have Xbox, most likely you have Gold. You know, it is a very multiplayer, internet-centric platform. You know, you got the multiplayer for Halo, Gears, all that good stuff. All the exclusives have a multiplayer side to it. So if that is the case, it's not going to do anything to Xbox. They're not going to take any kind of hit. I don't know anybody who is doing Xbox Live Gold strictly for the free-to-play games like Fortnite. They're doing it for more than just that game. All right, so Xbox is not going to take a hit. They need to look at this. The ball is in their court now, and we are gamers at the end of the day. It would make no sense for people to go out there and yell at Sony for not doing crossplay before they announced it, but then now, since the ball is in Xbox court, try to defend Xbox on why they should keep the free-to-play games behind a paywall. There is no rhyme or reason why they should do that, and we need to stand behind that as well. What other free-to-play games
do we have?
Other free-to-play.
Tanks, Smite.
Yeah, World of Tanks.
What was the first one?
World of Tanks.
Okay. Smite, and then obviously Fortnite.
Warframe.
Free-to-play?
Warframe. Yeah, Neverwinter. It's Neverwinter free-to-play. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, there is a handful of games out there that there is a community there playing those games. But let's be honest, I don't know anybody who just has those games without having, like, you know, even third party, like a Call of Duty or The Division or something. Any of the other games that basically came out this generation, if you look at it, there is some type of multiplayer element. And people aren't just getting gold for the free-to-play game. So there's no hit that's going to be taken. It is a common sense decision at this point in time. Like, if your competitors, if people within the same industry as you are doing this for free, and your business is not going to take a hit from it, then why aren't you doing it as well?
Yeah. Yeah, because the only game that's making all this noise about, you know, they're doing it, you know, Fortnite with crossplay, and then now we're hearing about, well, what about the behind the paywall? Other than that, those other free games we talked about, you don't hear anybody calling out the Xbox and the developers for those other games, right? They're not saying, hey, we're losing the engagement. We don't have enough people on here because they don't have Xbox Live, so it's not free. But we have more people doing it on the PlayStation. And I've never heard of that before, but I do have some like my nephew. He has my old Xbox One, right? He plays Fortnite a lot, but he's playing it on his phone because his mom won't get him Xbox Live. So in his case, I could see he would probably play it on the Xbox if it was free to, out of the paywall, right?
Yeah.
But and I kind of look at that. It's kind of a pro-consumer where these kids who can play it on Xbox for free. that could create future subscribers later on. I don't know, but I don't see it as a big deal to me. But for me, we like a lot of us, we have Xbox Live forever. So
flashback. I like what you said about that, because when it comes down to it, that one person as well, because there's got to be other people out there that kind of deal with the same thing. But if Xbox, they're looking at active users and stuff like that. So if they can bring in that small percentage they're for some rhyme or reason they have an Xbox, but they're not really playing it because some rhyme or reason they don't get gold or whatever, they'll add those people to their active user base. And I know they don't have gold, but it's still the numbers that they're showing to their shareholders and stuff like that. So the bigger those numbers are, the better it is for them as well.
I think not Stinking Corpse. Crispy Bomb is glitching again. I do want to go over to the chat real quick because as we're having this conversation, Video Game Consoles and Accessories says what Sony and Microsoft should do is hire developers to make them a third-party cross-play service. Cross-app should be its own app so you can have one price for both. That is a really good idea. I do like that. And then, I think that would kind of take one middleman to deal with like all that service issue, and they can make it happen. I do want to know what people in the chat think about it. I know Predman over on Mixer said crossplay dope. What do you guys think in the chat? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I think it's smart, but I apologize for cutting you guys off, even though it was really Crispy Bomb who is trying to talk, I think.
No, I'm not.
You were like, no, your face was popping up. I swear, I promise.
Whoa, how is that again?
I don't know. I didn't even have anything connected, so maybe it's just
Daz said I don't give a shit.
I'm with Daz.
Because I'm not receiving a shit right now, so we're all
Bro,
good.
Supersonic, you totally gave a shit the other day. You're like, this is gonna be the end of all ends of all.
Like
you had like 5 paragraphs, bro.
What did I say? I said I don't give a shit about crossplay. I want cross-buy. Like I never cared about crossplay.
So you mean to tell me? So who would get the revenue from that? I just want to know.
I don't care who gets the revenue. Like
so,
we're
gonna have
the middleman.
You're gonna have like the euro, like you know what I mean, like who God only knows who gets the freaking revenue from it. They just
hold on. You want cross-buy between. Kind of like rivalry companies. You want like if you buy a game on Xbox,
they gotta go half and half.
You can play it on PlayStation. Is that what you're saying?
No,
you want?
You
want cross progression.
Yeah, but I thought you already had that with Xbox and PCs, right?
On some games, like I can't play Quantum Break on my Xbox or on my PC. I have that on Xbox One. I remember when, what the hell is Xbox marketing guy's name?
Aaron Greenberg.
Yeah, I did it in that time frame that we were able to play it on PC too. I can't play it on PC. I can't access my Ori game. I can't access. There's a couple more Xbox games, but I mean, I would like to see all games cross-buy with like everything. Like once you own it, like I mean.
But when that
it's up to the developer though.
Well, people are just like, oh, Xbox has no exclusives now. That's all you hear because everything's on PC.
But if it's not exclusive, then
then nobody would have any exclusives if you could just kind of cross buy everything. That's the way I'm like you're talking about.
They could still keep their exclusives. Like Xbox can have Halo. Sony can have.
Here again, Supersonic he's thinking strictly about himself.
Yeah.
And what he wants
okay.
with the hardware that he plays on. He is not thinking about the community. He is thinking about his own PC and his own Xbox. I love beer. That's it.
Okay, Dad.
Cross-play, cross-buy, cross-progression. Don't cross the street.
Cross progression makes total sense to me. Yes,
that's going to be really hard to do though. Cross progression, because the thing is, each platform has their own store. You have the PlayStation store, you have Xbox Live store, you have people buying things like skins and stuff like that go into these games. Now, these companies get a piece of that pie. They're not going to try to get a smaller piece because if somebody buys a skin on Xbox, then they're going to go over to PlayStation while using that skin with cross progression. They're not going to do that.
Oh, yeah, dude. I guarantee you Sony's going to flip out some dollars and say, hey, do certain Fortnite skins that you can only get on PlayStation. And
there's a back door I mean, you have Epic account, you have, these certain gaming accounts. I mean, if you purchase them on there, then maybe it should be cross progression.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
More
I
DLC
mean,
for everyone. Awesome.
if you purchase that PlayStation store, maybe they still have it. Shame on you. Then all you can do is play it on PlayStation. But maybe there should be a disclaimer, probably in fine print or some BS. But
well, see, and see, with that, you think the companies, like, if developers and publishers really push that people should go to their own stores, because like I said, Microsoft, they make a piece of that microtransaction pie. So does Sony. Do you really think there won't be some type of, business type, what the hell are you doing in the publisher and the developer's direction in terms of this? Like, we already have an agreement. There would be like lawsuits, and these companies would be taking developers and publishers to court for, the money that they usually rake in from selling these things in their stores. It would be a huge hassle.
Well, I think the way you could get around that is have an agreement. I mean, just have a signed agreement saying, look, you sell on your store, you get a percentage. We sell on our store, you get a percentage. I mean, they could do that. I mean, yeah, there's going to be lawyers involved and all that BS, but I mean, you're talking about $1 million to even $1 billion companies, so
they can afford lawyers.
I think they could pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking $1 million and $1 billion companies. How did they get to that point where they're $1 million and $1 billion companies, though? Like, they care about the littlest piece of revenue that's coming into their corporations, man.
I work for $1 billion company, Xbox.
So you know what I'm saying, like,
But I mean, you think about it. Okay, Microsoft is what? It's approaching, the $1 trillion mark. You know what I mean? And like a company like Apple, they don't let anybody have shit. So
no, they don't.
I understand what Sony did, what Sony is doing. You know what I mean? But at some point, we have to say, okay, what is going to happen down the road? How are people going to react to this? And I think that's why Microsoft has done what they've done, and that's why Sony finally did it. But I mean, to take all that bad PR, I mean, you took all the heat off Microsoft. You really did for months. I think Xbox One X has went up in purchases and everything else.
Oh, Xbox One X is up. From the beginning of the year, the sales are up about 22% according to Argos. So
I'm gonna pause. Can I pause you guys for 2 seconds? I'm sorry, Crispy. Hold that thought, please. I'm gonna allow Destiny to talk for 2 seconds while I speak, and that's it. Super Cooper in the chat says, I want a game like Destiny to have my progression saved to my Bungie account so I can have the same character on each platform. That is actually really a good point, because I hate when, like, if I switch from one console to the other, I don't have
start over.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating, and it kind of it takes you out of the game. And that's pretty much why I just stick to the Xbox, because it's just easier, one or the other. I can't do both.
Can I chime in on this real quick?
Well,
because
if you want to let Crispy Bomb finish his thought, and then you want to chime in,
by all means, go
cut
ahead,
everybody
Xbox.
off.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry, Crispy.
No, when it comes to a game like Destiny, I hear you. I hear a lot of people say that. My brother on Crossfire, Mooch, saying the same thing. But here's the deal: marketing. All right, Sony has exclusive marketing rights with exclusive weapons that are only on PlayStation. And if you do cross progression, they're gonna have to add in more code to block only those certain things from getting over there. Not only that, they do have limited kind of like PlayStation only access to maybe 1 or 2 maps as well. So they have to make sure that doesn't leak over to the other platform. It would mess with their marketing. It would add work to the developers and stuff like that. And when you look at it as a whole, I don't think it's something that, the developers and the platform companies themselves are really in any rush to do. They're like, crossplay, that's fine. You want a PvP and you want to have a bigger, kind of like a bigger pool of gamers to go in and go against and stuff. No problem. We got you there. Cross progression, hold on. That's going to take a little more work from us. That's going to take rewriting our marketing deals and stuff like that. You guys might want to hold off on that for a while.
has anybody experienced crossplay themselves? Like, I don't play. Like, I played like a
No.
round of Fortnite, and I called it a day because of the building stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it just drives me nuts. So
I can't get
anybody.
into Fortnite.
I mean, I've experienced crossplay through Gears because I'm playing PC people, and I will say they do have a slight advantage, but with my Elite controller.
Yeah, I've experienced it with Rocket League because I played while I was on, me and my youngest brother were on Xbox. His son was playing on the Switch, and we were all playing together, same team.
So like,
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this crossplay thing, you guys want party chat and stuff and all that too with Xbox and Sony? That's gonna go very well.
That would be really hard because they're two
That would
different
be the in-game
technologies,
chat, though.
man.
It would be the in-game chat.
In-game chat, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. If it works.
Maybe.
By the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Xbox chat doesn't even work half the time, honestly.
Do y'all think PUBG, when it's on PS4, do you think that that might have some crossplay
PS4.
at some point?
PUBG's dead as soon as Call of
PUBG
Duty.
is not dead, first of all. It's not
Call of
going to
Duty
be dead.
Mel was very adamant.
You know what? You're gonna get
Stick a
kicked.
stick a gravestone on PUBG when Call of Duty comes out. I'm not saying
No.
I'm not even gonna buy Call of Duty, but I'm just saying.
I've already said this, Supersonic. There's people that just love third-person shooters. And
Yeah.
It's just that's the
And
way.
not only that, with PUBG, let's be real here. There is a cult following to this game on Xbox and on PC. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, not a big group like in terms of like the casual, but there is a group of hardcore PUBG players that go in and they play PUBG every day, and it doesn't matter if Activision has a Black Ops with a battle royale or anything like that, because
I don't know
it's
anybody
still,
like that.
people are still going to go back to that game that they've gotten used to playing every single day, and they're kind of like honing their craft and getting better.
And people are getting totally sick of it because the game's still fucking broken after how long? It doesn't.
I think, I really feel like people over stress like the things about PUBG. You got to remember, it's a $30 game. It started with a really small development team. Now, yes, they have gotten a lot of money on the PC side and the Xbox side, but it still takes time to grow your dev team. I don't feel like PUBG is as bad as what everybody is trying to say. Yeah. People try to make it sound like it doesn't work at all, like 80% of the time, and that's just not true.
It's got a lot of issues. It's still got issues on PC too. Like the game.
Yeah, but guess what? Now games like Red Dead Redemption, GTA, stuff like that, they always have glitches and bugs in them, but there's a pass there. We give those games a pass, right? But for some rhyme or reason, when PUBG has glitches and bugs and stuff like that, it's like, oh, you better watch out for Call of Duty. Call of Duty's coming. You're dead. And I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
Or like, Friday the 13th.
Oh God. Yeah. That game did not get a pass.
I remember when you couldn't kill somebody, Mel. That was funny.
Yeah.
I was like, drown him, Mel.
Good times.
Like, oh, yeah.
Hold on, isn't that the game where OhSnap she shot her kid?
Hey. I was just helping him decide which high school he wanted to go to tonight, okay? So he's fine, guys. He's fine.
Wait, is that game even fixed yet? Because I saw them announce on Twitter that
servers still active, because they shouldn't.
I don't know. They're like, we're doing an update for stabilizing something. I'm like,
well, there's a reason why they're stabilizing it. We're gonna get into that in a little bit, because we do have to move on from this topic. That it's already 8:00 and we've talked about this for 40 minutes so far.
But it's been great conversation.
It really has been a great conversation. I'm sure we'll be touching on it again in the future. With that being said, crossplay isn't like it's just one game they were testing out. Someone mentioned it in the chat, and I totally lost it. And it is one game that they're testing out. But one game leads to two leads to 10, 20. It could lead to a future in the gaming, and it can go up or it can go down. So, Butcher Van has something to say, you guys.
Butcher!
I have something to say. Oh, do I? Oh.
do I?
Do.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a giveaway. It's for a $25 Xbox gift card.
Drum roll.
I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'll take it.
Here's what everybody needs to do to qualify.
All right, I'm ready.
All you need to do is go on Twitter, and you need to @IronBeanCoffee with a hashtag IronBeanCoffee, and then just say something nice to them, because they're our sponsor. And then what we'll do is at the end of the show, we'll pick out somebody. I posted it in the chat what you need to do. And then at the end of the show, we'll pick out somebody to win a $25 gift card. So just go on Twitter @IronBeanCoffee Company. It's just @IronBeanCoffee. And then hashtag IronBeanCoffee. And then write something nice to them. And then at the end of the show, we will we'll give away that $25 gift card.
Ooh.
I put "I love you" with Snow White drinking coffee.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, guys, go check them out. Go follow the rules that Butcher Van set out in the chat, and we'll pick a winner later on.
They're our sponsor, and they were here last week, and they gave us $20 donation, which was really, really kind of them.
They really like the strip cat kitty.
Yeah, they did. So
that's great.
That's why we're showing our appreciation back to them, since they are our sponsor. And
I did mine.
We'll check it out later, Bot. I'm
can't wait,
right
Bot.
now.
Damn it.
Void.
The first time,
It's got sunrise or something.
the first time we did the show where they were our sponsor, like the beginning of the show got messed up because I didn't know how to do intros and all that. And Xbot said something really rude about the little owl named Nori. And
I'm
I was
turning red right now.
so
Oh my
embarrassed. What did you say, Bot? I don't remember what the hell it was.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about the coffee with the extra caffeine. Yeah. And I was like,
He said the
looks
owl
like
looked
that.
like it was on crack. And I was
Yeah, it
so
looked like
mad
that
at
owl
him.
took like 500 milligrams of crack.
I was ready to choke him, and I'm like, you know what? At least Iron Bean has a good sense of humor, and
It was funny, and the owl.
they probably said the same thing.
Let's be real. Like
The owl has a name. Her name is Nori. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was crack.
How do you know it's a her?
I'm just assuming the owls are hers. Okay.
You just assume everything and you put pink stuff everywhere.
You mad? Are you mad?
No,
You
I'm
want
not
to fight
mad,
about
bro.
this
OhSnap
next time?
is assuming that Supersonic might be.
Mad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Triggered. No, I love that. Oh, I want to get this as a Christmas gift for real. This would be an awesome Christmas gift. So I'm gonna
What?
order some. But everyone in this house loves coffee and drinks coffee. So if you want to wake up to a fresh morning with the sunrise, order Iron Bean coffee. It's delicious.
Wow, is he trying to do a radio voice right now?
I think he was. Drugs are bad, okay? All right, guys. Go enter that contest while we continue on with our topics. We're going to move on to October Games with Gold for Xbox. And then we also have the PlayStation Plus free games. So Xbox.
Double bark.
Double bark?
I don't remember what they are.
Double
Don't ask
bark.
me. I forgot.
All right. So for October Games with Gold, we have my favorite game until October 15th. You can go download Overcooked. That's one of my favorite games. Stuff.
Guys want achievements? That's the game right there.
Oh my gosh. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great couch co-op game. I play it all the time with my kids. And last night I tried playing Overcooked 2 with my 13-year-old, and it just was not as fun as Overcooked 1. It was a lot harder, a lot more challenging. We definitely enjoyed the first Overcooked, and they have all types of DLC for it. And then Victor Vran, I have no idea what that is, and I'll never play it. The 16th till the end of the month, you can download that. Someone's got a lot of static. Shush. Stuntman Ignition for 360, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously backwards compatible. That one is downloadable until the 15th of October.
What is it?
I don't know. And then Hitman Blood Money, and that's available from the 16th till the end of the month. Hitman is probably the only one I would actually try because, well, other than Overcooked, because we always watch, who the hell are those people? God damn it, Funhouse. Funhouse.
Their
Yeah.
Hitman stuff is hilarious.
Yeah, they make it hilarious. So I would actually try that game just because I watch their stream so much because Xbot makes me. And then
Make you?
what's the Stuntman Ignition? You seemed excited about it, Xbot.
Stuntman Ignition. It's basically it's a game being a stuntman. They have certain situations that you have to do in a car, basically to kind of do this like action type scene. It's really cool because like you'll have to like hit this ramp and do a barrel roll, like over crossing traffic, and you know it's really cool.
Oh my god, I played that on 360 a long time ago. I know.
Yeah,
exactly
the graphics are not great on it. I mean, it is a good kind of like game with gold. The graphics really don't hold up that well going into this generation. But if you want to just go in and knock your car around, like I said, do barrel rolls and stuff like that, hitting ramps and stuff. Like this is a cool game to download. Yeah.
All right, very nice. What do you think about the other games with gold for this month?
The Victor Vran, it reminds me of like Van Helsing. It's kind of like over the top view, but at an angle, kind of like a dungeon crawler, kind of like camera looking.
Daz says more like games with bronze this month.
Hey, he don't want to get those achievements. Jeez.
Games with nickel.
I wouldn't give him that much credit, Daz.
Yeah.
Damn.
But, I think all in all, it's diverse. All right, you got the Overcooked, which is really fun, especially going in with other people, family members. You'll end up yelling at your kids and stuff like that to like throw you the fish or something. But it's really cool. Victor Vran, for people like kind of like the dungeon crawler type game, you could get into that.
Like Diablo 3, right?
Yeah, kind of like that, but in the more Van Helsing type.
And it's multiplayer.
Victor
too,
Vran reminds me of Hunter games, Hunter Wayward or whatever, like that kind of reminds me.
Yeah, I never touched a Hunter game, so I will just agree with you on that. But, and then
disagree.
Hitman Blood Money, you have that kind of slower pace, kind of assassination type game where you can pick and choose how you're going to take out your primary target. Lot of replay value there if you get into the game, because you could take out the target like 6-7 different ways if you want to. It has a story behind it, so you're not just taking these guys out just for the hell of it. There's a story going on, under
bodies.
Yeah. So I think it's a good variety. It might it might not be for everybody. Usually games with gold, stuff like that, it's not for everybody, but I feel, without having that big AAA game like in the front on Xbox One in terms of games with gold, I still think it's a quality 4-game package. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. 3 of those I have not played. I'll download them all.
Yeah, I was just gonna get to you next, Fastback. What do you think about those? And which one did you play?
Well, I played the Hitman one.
Okay.
But I remember Stuntman and last gen, and I thought it was interesting, but something else came out around that time, and I just didn't get to it. And Overcooked, that's something that I could play with the wife. So yeah, I'm interested in
Overcooked.
the other
Get
one.
ready for her to yell at you and tell you what to do a lot, man.
She does that already. Shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Make sure you stream that. You should totally stream that.
So no, it's good. I'll try them out. Add them to my backlog.
Definitely do that. Butcher, what do you think about games with gold this month?
Hold on one sec. Also, hashtag Iron Bean Coffee and at Iron Bean Coffee to win a $25 gift card, Xbox gift card. We only have right now 3 people that put on that hashtag, so it's looking pretty good for 3 of those people that did that hashtag right now.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And one of them is Xbot.
Yes.
Oh wow, Xbot. I don't know if Xbot knows the rules. I don't like to let people on the panel win. Dun dun dun.
My name is not Xbot, by the way. Xbot is not here right now. This is Aimbot 448. No relation to Xbot whatsoever. So Xbot can win. Okay.
Or Cadebot.
Are you saying you're using
Aimbot?
That was Aimbot.
I am king neutral. All right.
So don't forget hashtag the Iron Bean Coffee and at them and say something nice. to our sponsor, and then you'll be put in the running for a $25 gift card.
I'm waiting for somebody to do that, to, you know, at Iron Bean Coffee, hashtag Iron Bean Coffee, and then right in there, just they're gonna write something nice.
Yep.
Like literally.
Or they're gonna write.
Xbot's giving you guys a hint. Go.
Or they're gonna write
nice.
my $25 gift card goes to Xbot is what they'll put in there.
Gothwitch, I am not a cheater though.
He is a cheater.
Messed up. I am not cheat bot. Yeah, no.
Cheat bot.
Mine's up.
All right, Butcher Van, what do you think about games with gold for this month?
Honestly, I don't care about games with gold. Haven't downloaded a games with gold game in like 6 months, and I don't even look anymore, to be honest.
Do you have Overcooked? The kids need to play Overcooked.
I have the first one. I heard there was a second one coming out.
It's already out.
Oh, well.
I pre-ordered that because it was amazing.
The problem with Overcooked I had was it was just so darn frustrating that you're sitting there yelling at anybody you play with because you just can't go fast enough.
I yell at everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game if you like yelling.
Well,
Okay.
Butcher, I will let you know, ever since OhSnaps has played that game, if I'm in the kitchen cooking and she's here, she just starts yelling at me like she's Gordon Ramsay in Overcooked and telling me how to
is
cook.
true
And
story.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it.
True story.
The only job I like doing in Overcooked is chopping the food. Other than that, everything else,
I
I'll be
like to do
everything. And I
everything.
chop the food. You do everything else.
I have to do everything because no one knows how to listen to directions. Okay.
We saw you
if
doing
she's Gordon
directions when you
Ramsay,
guys.
There are many F-bombs.
There's a few F-bombs. A
Wait, I
few.
saw you guys stream Surgeon Simulator too, so I
Oh
don't
my
think
Oh,
it's
that was
Overcooked.
great. That was a classic stream.
I was
right
ready
there.
to
We gotta
choke
do that
Xbot.
again. We gotta
Yeah.
do that
Yelling
again.
at 'em.
That was a lot of fun. But hold on, let's stay on the
Long
games with
story short, games with gold to me doesn't mean anything to me as a gamer because none of those games really excite me. And, you know, until they start putting something really, really good in there, I don't play old games. So to me, it's like, whatever.
Okay.
Hey, Butcher, I just want to tell you, take the throne and fight for riches and glory in Throne Kingdom at War.
There you go.
Yo, Xbot, you're on crack. All right. Supersonic Station, what do you think about the games with gold this month? You know, those free games behind a paywall.
Yes, ma'am. How can I say this in a positive way?
I don't know. Take some drugs, maybe.
Hold on. I
More
can't.
drugs.
Okay, that racing game, the stunt racing game, there's a demo on 360, so like I'll just go in there and play it. So, they suck, okay? I don't care about them. I don't like playing a subscription to gold. I wish gold would just die. Death. That's my
I mean, then no. It's just not going to work that way.
No, I think it's a very bad month for Xbox
Did you pay for
Gold.
gold before the free games?
Yeah, I've always had gold.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
All right, so stop your bitching. I mean, what?
I was going to leave that part
But-
out. But okay.
I won't go into that, but yeah, I think it's. I just think it's iffy because what is that game you play? Overcooked. That game's usually like $1 on.
No, it's
Steam.
not. Okay, maybe
Oh,
on
crap.
Steam. I can guarantee you it's not $1 on Steam. Okay.
I guarantee you it always is. If you do
I'm
the
gonna
humble
look on
bundle
Steam
thing,
right now. I'm pulling. Okay,
No,
Humble Bundle
no,
does
I'm
not
sorry.
count.
That's why I meant humble, but humble bundle gives you Steam codes, so it's usually bundled a lot in humble bundle. So you get what is that? What I can't think of the name of it. What is the
No.
game? Overcooked. Okay, you get Overcooked, and then you get like 4 other games with it for $1. So nothing on here excites me whatsoever.
All right, I gotta ask this. And
Overcooked
this
is $16.99
this
on Steam. Sorry to interrupt you. And then if you want the bundle of 1 and 2, it's $37.78. If you want the gourmet edition, it's $20.
I gotta ask this, and I'm gonna do it Ricky Bobby style. So, with all due respect, Supersonic, why the hell do you have a console? I just want to know, like, because you talk about everything Humble Bundle and Steam and stuff like that. Why the hell do you have a console, man?
Because I'm American. I have
Yeah.
right to do it. I like that. I love PC. I love PC and I love console. I love them both. But
hold on. If you love them both, then you don't want to make each one the same thing.
Well, see, here's the deal. I've been around since 360 beginning, I have a huge.
I've heard that about him too. By the way.
I got a huge digital library and on my Xbox. So I mean, why would I get rid of my Xbox? You know. So it's cool to have in the living room. That's what it is.
It's because you have a huge digital library. If you didn't have that library, what would happen?
Plus, it's in the living room, so I mean, if I go in the living room, I'll just play that. If I go in my computer room, I'll play some PC. But I do buy a lot of games on PC over like a console because they're such good deals on PC. It's just crazy.
America, that's right, Vladdy.
America, yeah.
Guys, I gotta tell you,
Putin loves America.
Where's Donald Trump when I need him?
There is this game that I purchased on PC for $6 and some cents. I don't really remember. It's called 911 Operator, and I played it for like 2 and some hours last night, and I really enjoyed it. And you can download like local maps, and then just a lot of stuff was happening in New Haven last night, and I was just like, whoa, come on now. But it's a fun game. I think I don't know how I feel about it. But anyways, it was funnier when I watched it stream.
Yeah,
but I was serious.
He asked for somebody to chime in, so hold on.
We don't beat China we don't beat Japan with it, but we don't know. We don't win anymore.
Xbot, I'm gonna put you in a timeout. All right,
he's making coffee, casheros, and consoles great again.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
No. You can't say that, Fastback.
Oh, can we make CCC baseball hats and make them red with white?
You know what? You're fired. You're fired, bot.
I can see that with the next podcast hats.
No.
Hey, I am working on a red bubble. I am working on a red bubble for next podcast and other graphics as well. So stay tuned for that.
There you go.
Cool story, bot. All right, so I can understand what Supersonic's saying about Steam, but that's a whole nother argument. As far as the games with gold, if you don't like them, hey, Crispy, what are your thoughts on the games with gold this month?
I don't care.
Wow.
Supersonic and drinking.
I've actually looked at
I'm rubbing up on
at Overcooked, and I was almost a chef. I was darn close, and it looks kind of crazy and unethical, so I'm not really interested in that.
What's unethical about it? Because you drop the fish on the floor and then serve it anyway?
Jumping between moving vehicles and cooking on a ship that is apparently a pirate ship.
You get scurvy that way.
I just was like, yeah, I wouldn't be doing that, like, as a person. So
I don't believe
I wasn't
you.
really interested. Victor Van reminds me of a poor man's Hunter, which Xbox has no clue what the hell I'm talking about.
No idea.
I challenge you to play that game because it is fun as hell, and I hope that someday we see either a back compat or something from that game. The Wayward Edition is the best one. It reminds you of like playing some zombie game or something. It's a top down, just craziness. But this game just seems like, oh, I'm gonna run from everything, and that is not what I want to play. So I've watched, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to download this. I'm not going to waste the space. The Hitmans I've never been into. I mean, I've played like games like Tenchu and stuff with a lot of like stealthiness and stuff, and Hitman just never appealed to me. So
hey, Crispy, back in the day when I used to be high on a daily basis, Hitman was the game. I used to like zone out on that.
Can you
hours.
not ever admit that again while we're live on the internet?
I played Hitman. I can't say I played Hitman.
No, that's not the part I was referring to.
You talk about
you know what? We were all young once, okay?
I
still am.
You can check my calendars. about how much I use.
Wait, can I ask you a question really quick?
Shit.
Aren't some of these games on Game Pass? Wasn't Overcooked on
Probably.
Game Pass?
No, Overcooked was not on Game Pass. I don't
No.
think.
Are you sure?
No,
Isn't
I don't think.
Hitman?
Maybe that's why we're getting grade B stuff now.
Yeah.
Because like every grade A thing is going to go on Game Pass. So
I think you might be
that might
right.
be what happened. You know what I mean? Like we're going to get grade B for the maybe XO18. We're going to get something good.
Dum
Maybe.
dum dum.
And...
Stay tuned.
Why haven't they given away Crimson Dragon yet?
Welcome back, Lady Foxfire. Shout out.
Xbot Vladdy said, "Wait, what kind of high?" Question mark. Question mark.
Opposite of low.
No, okay.
Acid? I think he took acid.
I've never done that, so I'll send you guys my PO box.
I've never done any drugs.
I was very big into herbal supplements back in the
Shrooms?
day. No, those.
All right,
Those
this
smell
is
nasty.
not
Those
appropriate
change your
conversation
life.
anymore.
No, just-
Some
I'm
natural
like,
smokes.
dude, I'm being honest. I'm like,
it was a joke, people. It was a joke.
I'm on some kind of substance right now, but
Yeah,
Dude,
you've
if
already
I go back,
established
Catnip.
if I go back and I check my calendars from 1982, it says exactly what I did. Of course, I was about 3 years old at the time, but it says exactly what I did. You know, let me check. Hold on.
You're old, so it's okay. But you don't have a calendar. You never read books anymore. So stop. You never even read a book.
it's
They got
Gospel
audio
said you're
books now.
fired.
I
They
think
got
we're
Come
all,
on, you didn't read The Outsiders. Come on now.
I love
I
that
love
movie.
that book.
We're all getting contact high from Canada because they legalize weed in the whole damn
We're
country up
moving to
there.
Canada. Anyways, so we're gonna move on.
I love it. Yo, Skull Zero, you are awesome.
Wow, you guys are too much. I can't handle this. So we're gonna move on to PlayStation Plus free games for the month of October. We have for PS4 a Friday the 13th game. Dun, dun, dun. Holy shit!
We all bust.
We have a winner, people. We have a winner.
It's free on PlayStation.
And
Friday
these-
the 13th game. If
Didn't
anybody,
you support that?
what happened?
I thought they were
Yeah,
done with that
support that.
game.
I don't know. I
they
thought
did
they
a-
were too.
They're probably giving away that exclusive
Didn't they get-
skin as well, man.
Didn't they get copyright infringement or some bullshit?
You can't stream it because the music will definitely hit your YouTube channel. So I think they did too.
Oh, that sucks. You could do it on Mixer though. Mixer doesn't get shit for that.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so let me go down the list and then I'll ask your guys' thoughts on this. So for PS4, it's Friday the 13th game. PS4 Laser League. I have no idea what that is, but don't sleep on some of the free games because some are actually fun. Like, was that Disc One Xbox we had?
I don't
That
remember the name, but that game is incredible.
Disc Jockey, Disc something. I don't know. That one was amazing. And then for PS3, The Bridge, and then PS3 Master Reboot. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I spelled that wrong. And then PS Vita, I wrote Who Cares because I don't. So I'm going to start with Fastback. What do you think about this lineup for PlayStation?
It doesn't matter because I don't have a PS4 right now. So
Well, if you did have a PS4,
How dare you?
hypothetically speaking,
would
would you get
I already
these
have
games?
Friday the 13th, so and I'm not gonna say much more on that. What was the other? Besides just the two free games, right? The
Laser League.
Oh, okay, Laser League. Yeah, I've seen some good stuff on that. Crazy One, if you guys know him, he was streaming that and he loved it. So that one I would be interested in.
So if someone loves it, especially if it's someone I know, that's something that would give me a little tick, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to try that. Oh, Xbot, Eric the Red said, who watching the Halloween movie? Xbot's been seeing ads for that all day.
Man.
He literally
on
was
YouTube.
smacking himself in the
Yeah.
face.
On YouTube, they will not let me escape from Michael Myers. Michael Myers escaped from the mental hospital, but I cannot escape Michael on YouTube. Every single commercial is Halloween right now. I can't stand it. They're making me not want to see that movie ever.
I'm
I
sorry,
think it's gonna
Xbot.
be good. I think
Dare
he's gonna
you?
walk around town
Yeah.
just destroying people, which would be great.
Yes.
So Daz said the bridge is a hard puzzler without a walkthrough, but a cool game. I like hearing that because I love puzzle games. That's usually when I'm feeling antisocial, when I'll play a puzzle game. So Fastback says he doesn't really care, and he has Friday the 13th, and he wouldn't want it if it was free anyway, because he already paid for it, and he's disappointed, right? Right. Maybe.
Yeah, everything you said.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Butcher Van, you have a PlayStation. What do you think about these games?
I already have that game on PlayStation. I'm like a level 70 or 80 or something like that on PlayStation.
Which game?
Friday
the 13th?
Friday the 13th. And yeah.
How did you play it that long? Just
What do you
curious.
mean?
Like, I couldn't even play it that long. I was just getting so frustrated with the game.
I think it was like a double XP weekend or something. That
Oh, okay. I don't remember what level I'm on because I played it more on PlayStation.
But
than I did
yeah,
on Xbox.
I just liked being a counselor. I always turned off playing as Jason because I'd never liked playing as Jason. So
You rather run than murder?
yeah, and you know the fun thing about that game was I just loved jumping through windows. So like,
That was the best.
surprising somebody, just like someone's in there like open a drawer or something, and then you just smash through a window and scare the crap out of them. Oh, it's the funniest thing. It's so much fun.
That
And the
game was
faces.
definitely good times when we
Yeah.
could play.
If people, you know, there's a lot of people that say they make their fun with Sea of Thieves. I made my fun with that game. I just was like jumping around, jumping through windows, and like, or Jason was coming after you, and you just like keep running circles around the house, and he could never get you.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed that game at one point. And what about the rest of the games? Would you download them if you don't have them? Give any of them a try?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, they're you know the games, the free games that all these companies have been giving out have been pretty crappy lately, and just I'm kind of over it really. Like they just need to merge like their whole free game thing, and then just instead of giving us free games every month, just give us Game Pass and PlayStation Meow. Like
PlayStation Meow.
just give those to us included in the subscription cost, and then I'll be interested.
That's not a bad idea.
$5 gift cards every month.
You know what? I like $5 gift cards. I know, like, if you play the Game Pass games, you get rewards. So,
Yeah, you
I haven't played anything on Game Pass because I'm stuck on that stupid PUBG game. Supersonic Station.
Damn.
Dare I ask? You don't have a PlayStation anymore. You're a
No,
negative
I'll
Nancy.
give my
Sonic
I'll-
probably
I will-
laying there drooling right now.
I'll give you my opinion. Okay, so I am not going to talk any crap on Friday the 13th because that Tom Savini skin got me my Oculus Rift. I sold that thing on just that skin for what was it, $300
Mm-hmm.
for a
So
skin.
proud of that, man.
He
Hell
bought it for
yeah.
$6 or something and then sold it.
Yeah,
That's
$6
nice.
made me $300. People will buy skins. I'm telling you.
You could have
think-
got $1,000 if you had it on Steam.
That's right. Well, that's one I sold was my Steam one. I kept my Xbox one. I didn't know they were going to go that high. So-
Meow.
And then they release it to everybody. That's so freaking funny.
Hang on one
Capitalism.
second.
I don't really have a problem with Friday the 13th though, because I hop on there sometimes, and I mean it looks so outdated, even though it's not an old game. I wish they would just redo everything on it, but it was I don't know. It's just fun to hop on with friends sometimes when it works. It usually doesn't work, but if you can get your friends to get on there, it is. You can't. Whoa, that cat's getting bigger. I'm tripping. What's going on?
Foxy said, Mel, tell your space cat. I said meow. So I was like, "Duh, okay, you're talking, but the cat hears it. Okay.
Just to warn you, Mad Skills is in the building, I think.
Yes, he is. Dun,
I think
dun,
it's
dun.
a
Kids are
decent
like, "Ah, ah, ah."
way because it's like right around Halloween's right around the corner. So if you want to stream it on Mixer, it'd be something fun to stream. You know, I don't know.
On a Halloween
The
night,
other-
instead of going out, you can be streaming Friday the 13th.
You know what?
Yeah.
I am waiting for them to go with Nightmare on Elm Street. What is it? Dream Warriors. they can make a co-op game like that. Do you guys remember that Nightmare on Elm Street where they had a group of people who they could control their dreams and they were making themselves like magicians and wizards and all sorts of crazy stuff? They can make a great video game from that. They need to do that now.
Do they though?
Yeah, they do. I said
Cat
so.
says meow.
Do it now. Do it.
Someone said Text Chainsaw Massacre game. I want a Hellraiser game.
Butcher Van just dropped $2 in the super chat. Cat dance. Doggy, make it rain.
Make it rain.
Make it rain on him.
And he said meow.
Thank you, Butcher Van. I was just like, I was caught off guard by the cat for some odd reason. Like I knew it was gonna happen, and I was just like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Doggies, make it rain.
But to conclude, I just say it's a meh thing for both consoles. It's just meh.
Meh.
Xbox being a little worse.
Meh. Meh.
Meh.
Meh.
It's a meow. You gotta say
Meow.
No,
Just
don't
a
turn my meh into meow.
Meow.
I
Okay, meow.
love cats. Lady Fox fine.
Hey, do you want to give away that gift card?
No, do you want to give away the gift card?
Oh, okay. I guess I can give away mine. You can give away yours some other time.
Okay.
Please be me.
No, don't be him. I haven't even kept up with Twitter because I'm doing 12 things at once. What we got going on over there? Anything good though?
Yeah, there was a lot of good comments that they people posted.
Very cool. Very cool.
Supersonic had a picture of Snow White drinking a bunch of coffee.
I see that.
Yep.
That's great.
Mine was beautiful.
You did have a beautiful sunrise, but I said I love you in mine.
Oh, you love me? Aw.
Well,
I knew it was a
random pick winner was, drum roll please. Mel.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, we suck at this. Meow.
Vogel Z Krieg.
Nice.
Vogel. Woo!
Yeah, Vogel.
I get 35% of that, Vogel. Remember that.
Wow. Xbox.
Vogel, I would love Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I can't get through the day without having Iron Bean coffee, and Sunday nights are better. Oh, Vogel.
Stop the presses. HTK is in the chat. What is up, bro?
Wait, Vogel's got to say something in the chat. Quick, say something. You got to be here, man. There he is.
Awesome.
I was gonna say, I know he's here because I just saw him.
Butcher, I like that you look for that. I don't know how many times I've been on a show where somebody has won something, and I watch the chat to see if they're still there.
Nathan Fisher said rigged, but I didn't see Nathan Fisher's comment on Twitter.
I didn't see a comment on Twitter either from Nathan.
So
Yeah,
I saw Z Black Rider on there.
I just saw a really nice comment from Vogels. Thank you guys. That was awesome.
That's a nice giveaway, dude.
Yo, Putin in the chat was like, I didn't rig polls.
Hey,
that
giveaway was thanks to Iron Bean. So everybody needs to go follow Iron Bean and give them props for being our sponsor and joining us.
Yes.
Go check out their mugs.
And also follow Pixel Replica because they're awesome. I love those developers.
Yeah, that game looks really good and the developer is really nice. So check them out and give them a follow as well because
Developers need
really
love
close
too.
with Supersonic.
They do a lot of work for us. Just saying. So awesome. Congrats, Vogels. You got $25 richer. I'm a little jealous, but that's really awesome for you. Xbot, what do you think about the PlayStation PS Plus games? Free.
I think that Nathan Fisher in the chat, you're not going to get a shout out by saying this podcast sucks. All right? You got to say something nice, and I will do the same thing for you. Okay, Nathan?
This podcast sucks.
You heard about that Nathan Fisher guy? Did you hear about that dude?
I'm so confused. Who is Nathan Fisher? And this podcast still sucks.
Who doesn't
my favorite
know
podcast.
Nathan Fisher?
Nah, he's just joking. He used to be an NOG guy, so he's cool. But shout out to I just want to give a shout out to HGK and Nathan Fisher. Stop your whining. These are my NOG brothers.
Stop your whining.
But he is a legendary pirate, so.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. You just moved up on the rungs of Xbox.
You're a legendary pirate, but I am King Neutral.
Both of those guys.
Okay? Just remember that, man.
Very cool.
I don't know, the PlayStation stuff. I never played Laser League. I do like the fact that they have the PlayStation Vita games that you can play on PS4 as well. I mean, it would be nice if it was a PS3, if the PS3 games
that
could go to
motorcycle?
PS4. Yeah, that
Hell yeah.
Rude. How dare you enjoy your life?
Not me. I was just saying, hell yeah.
But it would be nice if they were PS3, but you know, with the whole cell processor, they can't. It's hard to really get that whole thing done. I mean,
the article says any PlayStation game that is listed free, you can play on PS4, whether it's PS3 or Vita.
I think we're gonna have to check into that. That sounds pretty
Let's
vague.
do
The
that,
last time
Bob.
I knew,
I'm
the last
telling
time I
you.
knew, no PS3 games were playable on PS4 unless
Got a little subtle.
Unless you signed your name on the dotted line with the subscription for PS Now, and then you can stream those games to your system. But I don't know. All in all, I have a hard time complaining. There are certain months where I absolutely hate the games with gold. The games for PlayStation, I'm not getting right now. My PSplus ran out. And to be really honest with you, the one game that I do play on my PS4 is Spider-Man. I don't need the service for that. So I'm not getting those games. But if you like them, if you have interest in them, and you have these services, you might as well download them. If there's even a mild interest, you can always download them. If you don't like it, you can clear it from your hardware and forget about it. It's still kind of an extra thing, because me coming from the 360, when it first started, I never bought the gold services for the games. It was always to get into multiplayer and stuff like that. So these are all extra. The games are extra. If you like them, try them out. If you have a mild interest, try them out. If not, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
I do like the fact that you do, because you pointed that out a few weeks ago, that you get to keep your Xbox 360 games. So I do like that aspect of it, actually. See, I said something positive.
Yay.
Oh no, that's why everybody got quiet. They're like, "What? What's going on here?"
Wait,
you're
still awake?
Shocker.
I thought he was passed out on the couch.
No, everything's spinning and stuff, but I'm still here.
We're spinning and stuff. All right, Crispy, did you give your opinion on the PS Plus games? Or do you have an opinion?
So why do I care? I don't know.
Because this is what we do. We care,
Friday
even though we
the
don't.
13th is
It says,
probably
it says
what's
coffee,
good.
casuals, and consoles, not console.
Friday the 13th would have been a good game if they put some freaking time into it. And if they didn't screw it up so bad, I bet you they wouldn't have a copyright strike against them. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I mean, until they change the controller, I don't care about PlayStation. They need to do something with that controller. My hands cramp with it. I've played it even for an hour and a half, 2 hours with my friends, and yeah, I can't do it. My hands cramp up. I have big hands, but I mean, for the love of God, I feel like I'm holding a little tiny freaking, I don't know, a phone, actually. If I was playing the video game on the phone, I couldn't do it. So
Hey, Crispy, hold on. Stop the presses, because Nathan Fisher is in the chat. What is up, brother? There we go.
Now pay up.
Is he related to Bobby Fischer?
I'm like, what's going on? Xbox got me all excited for some reason.
He did it in all caps. He's like, "You guys rock." So since you said
Thought
it
we
like
suck,
that,
though.
I'm voting for Nathan
wait,
Fisher.
he's being positive, like Supersonic.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
It's the power of positivity.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, just move on.
Okay, fuck it. He doesn't care. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy Friday the 13th at one point in time, and then I got so frustrated from all the fuckery that they did behind the scenes. And Supersonic and I both were people who backed the game, so we kind of get the fuckery, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. But I did have good times, and it is definitely worth downloading if the game actually works nowadays. I would highly recommend it.
We had a blast with me jumping through the windows, and you're sitting there going, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, it is fun with friends, though.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I used to always scare the shit out of Mel because I'd jump through a window and she'd just start screaming like, ah!
Probably the reason I shot my son. I don't even know
Whoa,
anymore.
Explain this.
Yes.
We don't need to discuss this anymore.
Please, yes, it's story time, boys and girls. Hold on.
Story time is not happening. All right.
Please,
Once
please.
upon a time, let's talk about mouse and keyboard support on Xbox. Xbox has partnered with Razer so they can bring mouse and keyboard to our console. Yay! Who's excited for this?
Hell yeah, crossplay. You get to use it.
Who cares?
I knew Supersonic was happy about this.
You know, Crispy,
No,
I'm starting to
no,
think you're the negative Nancy
Console,
here.
man.
Okay, look, here's the deal. If they bring Planet Coaster to Xbox, that's all I'll be playing is Planet Coaster. Because if it does bring that game, if it doesn't bring that game, then I don't want keyboard and mouse. But I don't know. It's gonna
You
bring
can't limit it
problems.
to one game. Like, what if you could play every game with keyboard and mouse?
Don't play anything with keyboard and mouse besides Planet Coaster. On PC, I use my Xbox controller for everything except Planet Coaster. But if they bring Planet Coaster, I'll be happy. I'll buy one of those special keyboard and it's
Are
like
you gonna get a
half
Razer keyboard?
Yeah, I'll get one. If they bring Planet Coaster over, I'll do that.
All right.
But-
So
but
your
some
opinion is contingent on this Planet
Well,
Coaster.
well, the way I feel about Planet Coaster is the same way people feel about maybe Ages of Empire and stuff like that. So I can see a lot of issues coming, a lot of people getting mad about it's going to be up to the developer if they want to do keyboard and mouse. But a lot of developers will probably put that on there.
There's a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying.
games on Steam that I wouldn't mind playing on my Xbox.
Right.
know?
So I don't, yeah. And I mean, there's positives and negatives. It's like a double-edged sword. So there's going to be good stuff to come out of this. There's going to be bad stuff. But Planet Coaster would be a very, very good thing on Xbox. I'm just saying.
Okay, so Planet Coaster, that's it. That's all I
That's
heard.
it.
This entire talk. All right. How about you, Crispy Bomb? What do you think about mouse and keyboard support?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I want Planet Coaster. That's
Is that how he
No,
sounds?
I heard someone jump through a window.
I have no idea.
I agree with you.
All I gotta say is I've played mouse and keyboard with Gears, and it's not fun, to be honest with
not?
you. And it's not. Honestly, they can move twice as fast as I can, even with my Elite controller, which is like really bad. So they need to put some kind of like wall in between everything, because if we don't, if you want to play on a console, you want to play on a console. If you want to play on a PC, you want to play on a PC. So if anything, include the cross play of the PC in with somebody that has a mouse and keyboard plugged in. And if they don't do that, there's going to be major issues. And I'm not even kidding, because I can kill them, but it's like, imagine watching somebody just laser light show you, and you're just standing there like, what the hell?
What the hell just happened?
Like the
Exactly.
beginning of this show.
You know what I
Everybody
mean?
got
So,
laser lighted.
and you're shooting them, and they're already gone halfway across the freaking level or whatever, and you're like, what the frig? And that's what I feel like. And I have the Elite controller. I mean, that's where it's like, okay, imagine somebody just trying to play with the normal A button. Like my A button's on the back of the controller, so I have control over both sticks. Okay, so I can play just as quick as them, but they're even faster. And then you're clicking the mouse and you're shooting me in the freaking head. And that drives me nuts, because all of a sudden I'm dead, and you're standing there like, ha, 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 ha. So I shut off crossplay. I did. I couldn't stand it. Like, I'm like, like, I swear to God, I killed you, and I didn't. And that's because what they see is not what I see, and that's always gonna be a problem with games.
Just wait till Halo Infinity's crossplay with PC.
Oh, dude.
But just have the option, dude. Don't get me wrong. I played crossplay just to get good. To be honest with you, like I played them, and like if I killed them 1 out of every 2 times, I was good, dude. Like even some of them would like hit up the chat and be like, hey. Like, you played well, dude. Like, you were playing all PC players. You know what I mean? Like, because they would just type it out. You could always tell, because they would just type everything out. They wouldn't even talk to you. You know what I mean? And they could, because like the way it's set up, you could actually talk to PC players, but most of them would just type everything out. And as soon as I started seeing those type outs and everything, people would be like, "Oh, good game" or whatever. Like I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing PC players." I wouldn't even have to look at, like there's some subtle thing on Gears that would be like that. But I'm like, man, I'm getting destroyed. Why am I getting destroyed? Oh, well, that explains it. So
there's no way I could play Gears with the mouse and keyboard. But Halo's a whole different story. I'm telling you, man. When they put that on,
I think you're right. I think you are. I think it would. You might have the advantage, to be honest, and that's where you have to say, okay, is there an advantage at some point? And I think like having the controller in certain games would be an advantage. So that's really that's up to the developer, obviously, but it's kind of like at the same time, like playing like PUBG with PC players, forget it. You're done. I'm sorry.
Well, I know that since I got this PC specifically for gaming purposes, I've been using my mouse and keyboard, and excuse me, it's been many years, about 13 years since I stopped PC gaming, and it's really hard to get back into. So if someone's like, "Oh yeah, cool, my Xbox supports mouse and keyboard," it's gonna be really hard trying to play that way if you're not used to it, and you're gonna suck. There is no way around that. I get so excited when I get one kill on PUBG when I play on PC. I'm like, oh my god! Like you would think I hit the lottery, honestly.
But first-person shooters are a lot easier to pick up on with mouse and keyboard. So
it's still hard for me to, because I'm right-handed, so using my left hand to move around, and it's like processing everything in my brain. I'm old. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, so. It's really difficult for me to get it back.
Chicken?
No, I didn't. I said like winter turkey or some shit. But yeah, it is difficult to go back into PC gaming or even using the mouse and keyboard when you have to use WSAD. It is confusing, and depending on what game you're playing, you use each key for something different. And trying to remember the keys at my old age, it is a little difficult.
You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off, Xbox.
Yes, you did.
So, like, I would use Microsoft Edge like a lot more because I never use it now because it's just weird using a controller to use Microsoft Edge to browse stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd be on that like way more. So
I don't use Edge on my Xbox. I never really have.
But you probably would if
no, I wouldn't. I have a computer right in front of me,
or a phone,
and I have it right next to my Xbox. Yeah.
No, ever since they put coding in, I don't have to use Microsoft Edge to watch movies that are in the theaters anymore. So
illegally.
Yeah, I play Nintendo games on Edge through the power of the cloud.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So Fastback, what do you think about this keyboard and mouse situation?
I like the option. Mm-hmm. Like you, I used to play a lot of RTS games back in the day, before 2000, before Y2K. But I think it's a good thing. I don't want, like other people are saying, I don't want mouse and keyboard to be used for every game on Xbox. But maybe they can now put Age of Empire, the new one, put that on console. The Gears Tactics, bring maybe a couple MMOs, whatever. And, it makes sense that you play it on keyboard. So, and I don't have a desktop. So I wouldn't mind having a keyboard there with my Xbox and then just use it whenever. But, I have my Surface Pro. But, no, I don't mind it just as long as.
What you're saying is you'd go to the controller before like the mouse and keyboard. Like you'd use the keyboard to like search stuff. And
if I need to, but I don't normally do that. But
because
Xbox,
I have a really terrible laptop, and that's the way I've been thinking. But because my Xbox One X is better than my laptop. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I'm like, well, maybe I can use this for the internet. Like,
it'd be cool to have the option there. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I get what you're saying,
but I don't want it forced on everybody.
Yeah. So you think they should have it on or off on like multiplayer games, like kind of some of the games already
I guess
do,
it depends
but...
on the game. Like I don't, I mean, I know there's crossplay on Sea of Thieves with PC, but I don't
But they
think
don't
they
give you the
should.
option, do they?
No, they
Do they?
don't. And
Exactly.
but I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to play against someone who's playing mouse and keyboard on Sea of Thieves when they're on the console. I'm not sure if they would have advantage. They might.
Wait, so you guys are saying Microsoft itself doesn't give you an option to turn off crossplay?
No. In Gears it does,
But
I don't know
Sea of
about
Thieves,
every
it doesn't.
game.
But
You're
that's,
playing
There
with
you go.
anybody. It doesn't matter where they're on PC or Xbox. So
see, that worries me about Halo. Like, maybe they'll make a big firefight map thing with microtransactions.
I don't think they should do it to the Halo or Gears. So
I have to agree. I don't think they should either. But I think that when they do bring mouse and keyboard support for, maybe either specific games or, maybe someday all games. But I think that they need to give us the option to play with people who are using mouse and keyboard or play with people who are using
Can I chime in
specifically
now?
controller. Xbot.
Yes.
You may chime in, bot.
All right. All right. Everybody get comfortable here, guys. Because when it comes to my YouTube buddies out there, I've been getting kind of like shanked a little bit on other shows. See, I have concerns for mouse and keyboard, and I think everybody out there should have it, because at the end of the day, when you hear people from Xbox talking about it, it's like, well, we're giving the tools to the developers and then letting them do what they want. And I feel like they need to have where there is an option to turn off dealing with mouse and keyboard if you're a controller person, because at the end of the day, if you're new to mouse and keyboard, then you're not going to do great in the beginning. But over time, you have that unprecedented control that even makes the game kind of like less immersive, in my opinion, and more about just getting that score, getting those kills, because that's how precise a mouse and keyboard is. Now, I do applaud them for doing this to get other PC games onto the console, because at the end of the day, there are people out there who won't necessarily play on the PC, but they're looking at like these RTS games that are on the computer and other games that are strictly on the computer, and they're like, why aren't those on my Xbox? So they're opening that up there. I appreciate that, I really do, but I feel like I have a concern in the back of my head for games like Halo, Halo Infinite coming out. I just don't want that. I don't want to be forced to play with somebody that will have an advantage, even with crossplay, because we can all pretty much guarantee Halo Infinite is also going to come out on the PC. And I don't want to be there with my controller playing against people on a PC as well, doing mouse and keyboard. So they need kind of like different, whether they do different servers, have different server options, but to be able to pick who you want to play against. If you want that huge entire pool, or if you want to go strictly with people with controllers. I feel like they need to have that, and until I see it, I'm going to have concern for it, man.
Well, they already have that in place, Xbox. I mean, they've already done it with Gears. Like, I shut that off, and it's done. Like, I'm not playing PC players.
Yeah.
So they have it in place. Hopefully, at the least, like, for your sake, like, at least the exclusives, because they have the control over that. They can say no, you could say no or yes. I mean, it's that simple. I go in the options, I say crossplay, because they call it crossplay in the options, and it say no or yes, and I say no. And I've played people like Mel said that have used it immediately, like just like, hey, I'm gonna try this out, and they suck so bad that I laugh at them because I know they're a PC player. And then they go and friend me or whatever, and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to play my controller now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, good, because you suck with the mouse and keyboard. Like, and they're like, I love the graphics, though. And I'm like, it's something you have to master. You know what I
It
mean?
reminds me of when I started playing Guitar Hero, because when I started playing Guitar Hero, it was with a demo on the 360 and I was using a controller, right? So I eventually got Guitar Hero 3 and I was playing that on a controller and I got pretty freaking good on a controller. And then I was like, you know what? I need to step it up. And I got the Red Octane 3 guitar. And when I first started playing with the guitar, I was horrible at it. Absolutely horrible. But like I'm a stubborn guy. Like, and I was
stuck with it.
Yeah, but and I like the way it felt, because when I play Guitar Hero, I don't just sit there and play on the guitar. I stand up like I'm on stage and I'm moving around, I'm jumping around, I'm doing all sorts of craziness while I'm playing the game. And over time, with sticking with it, it is a lot better than playing with a controller. Not only is it more immersive, but having the buttons lined up like that in the proper, like, you know, the proper stance for your hand and everything.
Like you're doing an air guitar, dude.
Yeah, you're able to go a lot quicker. You're able to, you know, really get in there and kill those songs. And I feel like that's the same thing with controller to mouse and keyboard. So, you know, when they come out with this, there are going to be people who try it out and, you know, they are not going to be good at it. But over time, they're gonna like equal out to the PC gamers as well if they stick with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just want to point out the fact that you haven't done community rock out in a long time. Just saying.
She misses it then.
So what's the next topic? Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the next topic?
I want to bring it back. I definitely do. I am planning on that with my channel. But we're gonna have to pick the right time and place to do it.
All right. Well, someone in the chat said Xbot needs to buy OhSnaps and Oculus Rift.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, that
I don't know who that was.
That was Supersonic who said that, man. That doesn't count.
Dude, you get Oculus Rift. You can hang out with me in Delirium Blades. He's got like 4K 3D movies and stuff.
So you guys want me to sell my left testicle for $15,000?
Please.
Just wait till Black Friday.
We better move on to the finals.
All right. Well, I think you should sell your left testicle and just give me the money. It sounds good to me. Dad says, yeah, Xbot, bring that back. Butcher Van, what would you like to say about mouse and keyboard?
Honestly, I don't care for mouse and keyboard very much for a console. I think it's a console for a reason. It should be controller only, in my opinion.
I like this guy.
I think, in my opinion, to me, it alienates me as a controller console gamer because of just having that option out there in FPS games, like shooter games, whatever. It's totally not fair because everybody knows that the person with the mouse and keyboard has the quicker aim and the better accuracy. And by having that option out there, it's not a good thing. And, you know, I like to play on my TV, so I'm sitting on my couch with mouse and keyboard support. Are they going to make a 15-foot cord that reaches to my couch? Is it going to be wireless?
They've always had, not always, but they've got, it's like the main thing is wireless keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, but I can't trust Xbox's wireless. My controller disconnects 5 times a day, so I mean.
But I mean, there's no difference.
I'm not gonna hope that a keyboard and mouse stays connected if my controller can't.
But I mean, that's the same thing as having an Xbox controller, though.
Hold on, hey Butcher, how about this one? Because I play Destiny 2 a lot. There's people who have dedicated channels on YouTube to Destiny 2, and they talked about the difference between playing the game on console versus playing it on PC with a mouse and keyboard. And one of the things that they talk about is recoil in a weapon, because on a PC there is no recoil. Your crosshair stays exactly where you put it, giving you the chance to put 2 to 3 more bullets in that location while somebody else is firing and recoiling their weapon.
Yeah, you don't have that rumble either.
Well, not only that, but also on PC, a lot of the mice now, the smart mouses, they actually have technology that actually keeps the pointer down when you shoot. It drops your mouse back, and that's actually a technology that they have out there that people are actually using to stabilize your shot a little bit better.
I'm gonna get one of those.
And
That sucks, man.
it sucks. It's totally unfair. And
where's the talent, man? Where's the talent in that, yo?
the reason why I left PC gaming a long time ago was for the reason that you have so many people that want to take just the quickest little easiest way to cheat their way to winning, and they'll either hack the program or they'll use their little. That's why PC has so many bugs, and that's why a lot of games don't want to make PC games, is because then they have to do all this extra hacker support. And I just think that it's just better left to PC and bring a game to PC if they want to do PC, bring a game to console if they want to do console, and not even introduce that into console gaming, because I think they're just opening up a whole new world with trying to add this in, because there's going to be workarounds. So if you make it turned off, then someone's gonna find a way to work around where they can still play with their mouse and keyboard against people with controllers.
And then cheats.
So like say you can have that turned off in the options and whatnot. Then there's gonna be sort of workaround where you can plug your little Bluetooth adapter into your console, and it will make it say it's a controller, but it will really be a mouse and keyboard, and they can just remap the buttons.
People have advantages with this Elite controller too, and I do want to also address.
Yes, I do. I do.
Once again, that I've heard other people say this, like on Twitter and podcasts and stuff, about this wire going across the living room for your keyboard. I don't know anyone that has a freaking wire to their like PC. Even most people use like wireless keyboard.
I don't have a wireless keyboard.
No, my keyboard.
I know, but if you get one for your Xbox, it's going to be wireless. So there's no cord that's even going to be involved. So I don't understand that argument people are
There's
saying.
Still a lot of wired keyboards out there. They're not all wireless, and not everybody wants to deal with batteries, additional batteries.
That costs monies.
Yeah, I don't want to have to.
No one wants to do that with controllers either, though.
Well, that's why they get rechargeable batteries, but then either way, you're still messing with batteries, right?
Indeed.
Well, no, I mean if you had a wireless keyboard or mouse, your batteries are going to last a very, 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 very long time. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand this wire thing.
All right, I understand with the Elite controller, but the thing that I had just said about no recoil in your weapon, that is absolutely huge. It comes to first-person shooters, and it's a completely unfair advantage, even topping having like other buttons mapped to the back paddles of your Elite controller. It is something superior.
Even with an Elite controller, like people say, oh, the Elite controller's an advantage. Yeah, there's extra buttons and you can get to them a little bit quicker, but you can't aim any quicker. It's not gonna hyper aim you for you. You have to still use that joystick, and you still have to do it.
I will say this: there's an advantage in Gears. There is.
Oh, of course.
There's an advantage in Halo as well.
The wall bouncing aspect.
But with a regular controller, you can remap your buttons too. So, yeah, I mean, you don't have as many buttons, but you can still remap them.
There's no way to remap them on the regular controller to be able to wall bounce as quick as I can. And
well, you're a wall bouncer anyway, man. You should be kicked from the game, sir. I'm just playing.
That's why I never got into Gears.
How many times you jumped in the air? Yeah, trust me. Every time, jump in the air, shotgun to the face. Jump in the air, shotgun to the face. I'm like, where did this dude come from?
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff people are going to try to get advantage of. Like on Halo 3, I used to always use bumper jumper on my controller setting, and I'd wreck people on that just with bumper jumper because they couldn't do the same thing that I did. because you could jump and shoot. You could turn around, jump and shoot, turn around, jump and shoot. And
Sonic, the more we're doing this show, the more I hear you defend things that are coming from PC to console, man.
Hey, when 10
Why do you have a console?
Hey, that's Phil Spencer's doing. He's evil. He's evil. I'm telling you. He wants us all to be one big happy family. Even on phones, he wants to win 10 family. We're all big family now. Congratulations, Phil Spencer.
Wow. Guys, it's almost 9:15. We do have to wrap it up. We didn't get to go through all our topics today.
Destiny.
That means it's a success.
Can I say one thing about Destiny, please?
No, come on. I was just going to say, every time Xbox had an opportunity to just bring Destiny 2 up, he did. What did you want to say?
It's pretty cool.
Yes!
I'm liking it so far.
You must be high.
That's right. He is. He's totally.
I think Bungie and Activision should change the way they sell their DLC, but it's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I got my friends back on there, and we're playing together. So, booyah!
Tried to tell you guys. I tried to tell you. Tried to tell you.
All right, guys. We do have to wrap up the show, though. Fastback, are you still here?
I'm here.
I didn't know if you were taking a nap over there. So quiet. Good morning.
Good morning.
So would you like to let everybody know where they can find you and what you're up to and all that good stuff?
You can find me on Twitter, on Xbox and PlayStation. When I get another PlayStation, Fastback6768. And, of course, every other Thursday sometimes, the WDFC, Who the Fuck Cares, Just Game. That's with the Super
cares?
Cooper and Daz and UK Dazarus and Witty, and Proper Witty. And then Stinking Corpse, I guess, whenever he is...
Not napping?
We're
gonna change his name. We're gonna change his name from Stinking Corpse to Sleeping Corpse.
Sleeping Corpse. There you go. And then also every Friday, I'm on the OG NOG podcast on Twitch, and that comes on at 9:30 Eastern. That's with Mike Mullis, if you guys know him, and HTK. So
yeah, I was a guest on NLG before, man.
Yeah, so definitely would love to get you guys on there one time again. So definitely enjoyed my NOG brother. So I appreciate you guys. Been a long time fan. You know, especially when y'all were in the mornings.
Thank you.
So definitely glad to be here. So
thank you for joining us tonight.
Your crew and your podcast.
Bullshit, man.
Awesome.
Bullshit.
They're all good guys.
He said bullshit.
I said cool shit. Cool shit.
Oh, I thought you said bullshit.
Cool.
I was like, man,
Xbox starting trouble.
It could be either way, you know.
I was saying, I'm liking this dude more and more every day, man.
Nah, but thank you guys, man. This is awesome.
No, thank you for joining us and thank you for your opinions. It's been a great show. He is going to be linked in the description below if he's not already, and obviously you guys can see on the screen. Everybody's socials are on the screen, so right there, Fastback6768 on Twitter. Go give him a follow and check out WDFC Podcast.
That's a very nice touch to the podcast, by the way. That looks really nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you so much. I did a lot of work on that. It took me like 20 minutes or something.
20 minutes for you is a long time.
It was like 20 minutes a day. Real quick, though, about WDFC, this is one thing that I found really spectacular. The WDFC, that stands for Who the Fuck Cares, right? But isn't that like also everyone's names?
Yeah, so W is Witty, D is Daz, F is Fastback, and then C is Coop, which is Super Cooper.
That's very creative. It has, double meanings, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I don't know if I told you that on Thursday. Yeah, yes. That's probably one of my favorite parts of that is like it has two meanings, and I think that gave it a very personal touch, and that's awesome. So guys, go check that out on every other Thursday, you said?
Yeah, every other Thursday, normally 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Fantastic.
I've been
follow them on Twitter too.
That show's awesome. They all make you feel very welcome. They're all cool.
Yeah,
dudes.
we're just it's not a typical podcast, and nothing against all the other regular podcasts. we try to keep it like one main topic, just whatever. Like last week we did during the week we did the top 3 family games, whatever.
And Daz
So
is like, he's like, this is a family show, and Daz is like, fuck, this is not a family show. Fucking beer, fuck.
But we just bullshit and drink beer and just whatever.
It was pretty cool.
Fastback, I just want you to know I am offended now. By the way, I am blocking you on Twitter.
I like Destiny 2. What are you talking about?
Greatness awaits.
It's his favorite game. What are you talking about, Bot?
I know.
All right. And then Crispy Bomb, where can people find you? What are you up to? All the good stuffs.
At Crispy Bomb on Twitter. You can find me on Mixer and Xbox. It's on the page all day since you did all the work. Thank you, Mel.
I didn't do much work. You did
enough.
I took one image and then asked you for your name. Yeah,
it's a lot more.
I figured if I forget to add you guys in the description now, there's no way someone could be like, you know what? I can't find him because Mel fucked up. There you go. That's the honest truth.
I mean, it's a tough name for the Xbox and Mixer, but I can't get rid of the Gears of War part. So, I'm the Gears man.
Yeah, so if you guys play Gears, go find Crispy on Xbox. Okay.
I will say, UK, thank you for, reminding me that Soul Calibur 6 is coming out, because I'm going to wreck you in that. Yes, I said it.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Give me as long as you need. You let me know when you're done with playing that and you're ready for me.
Hey, Crispy, do you want to make a bet on that, buddy?
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's no bet this time. I already owe you enough, Sonic, so I'm not gonna say a word.
Yo, Crispy, I'm gonna let you know right now.
This is not MK, my friend, and I have played this game since I was a child. So you can sit here and say whatever you want, but Zhanghua got your shit, motherfucker.
Crispy, I'm about to throw smoke real quick. I'm about to throw smoke. Crispy, what Daz is gonna do is he's gonna get the game. He's gonna find that one character with the cheesiest move ever, and that's how he's going to try to rack his wins, because that's what he does in Mortal Kombat. Am I right?
I'm going to tell you something right now. And I don't know the lineup because I haven't seen it anywhere, but if Zhanghua is in that game, he's done, because she can sidestep every single person in the entire game, and I will sidestep the shit out of you if you try to throw that shit out of me. So go ahead.
I think Daz is triggered in the chat, by the way.
Challenge accepted.
Right. Shit, I just saw that.
Whoa. Wow. D words. All right. Butcher Van, where can people find you? What are you up to? And also, thank you for the giveaway that you did today. That was pretty awesome. Showing some love to our sponsors and the gaming community as well.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for inviting me once again.
You're stuck with us.
Yeah. I do giveaways quite frequently. If
Said
anybody wants to find me on Twitter, I'm at Mr. Midlife Crisis, and Crisis is spelt like the game Crisis.
It's on the screen. You don't have to spell it this time.
And then you can find me on Xbox or PlayStation at Butcher Van. And so I just do giveaways and hang out with you guys and have some fun.
So I gotta ask, Butcher, are you really a butcher?
I am not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Did you guys?
He drives the van though.
Did you see the van he put on Twitter? The one he made in Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, that picture. I put on Twitter.
Right?
I actually took that picture in Forza Horizon 4, and if you look at that picture looks real, and it could be like in.
It looked like
Freddy
a meme
versus
photo.
Jason or something like crazy. It looks pretty creepy.
I liked it. That was pretty awesome.
And I took like 2 hours making that picture. I ran the truck into trees trying to get dents on the side of it. Like I drove around like half the map trying to find the perfect location to take that picture. And I thought it worked out pretty well. But
you did very good with that.
Anyways, so find me on Butcher Van on PlayStation or Xbox, I'm going to be also special alert right now. Everybody knows. Well, you guys don't know, but now you know. We will be giving away Red Dead Redemption 2 on this channel
Yes.
sometime in the
What?
future.
Xbox,
So,
get ready.
Repeat
No,
that again.
no,
I think
no.
we all-
I pass on that content. I will give
Whatever you want to do 4 times.
wait, it will be it will be a Ultimate Edition,
Oh.
and it will be live on the chat on the channel. It will be live. It won't be this whole wait a week thing. It will be the people that are here will have a shot.
Tell
So,
your friends.
yeah, tell your friends and your family. Sometime over the next couple weeks, there will be Red Dead Redemption 2 giveaway live.
Very nice. Very
doing
nice.
it live. Doing it live.
Yeah,
Yep.
make sure you guys go give Butcher Van a follow. He's Butcher Van, the Santa Claus of CCC.
I think everybody in the chat should tweet that out, that the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Redemption 2 will be given away live on a future Coffee, Casuals, and Consoles episode. Wow.
Set your ding dong bell.
Yeah, and it's going to be the Ultimate Edition too. So you're going to have all the bells and whistles that Rockstar's giving away right off the bat.
Didn't you just give away Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition, or are you still doing that giveaway?
Yeah, that one just I just gave away Ultimate Edition Forza the other day, actually yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't win
Nice.
that, by the way. I didn't win it.
I didn't know, but
You must be rich. I only gave away the standard edition on NFG show Friday.
Butcher
Yep,
Van,
so-
Santa Claus of CCC. Dun
Yep.
dun dun. All
So
right,
tell your
very
friends, tell your family, get as many people in here as we can. We'll make a party of it, and we'll.
Yeah.
Hey,
Give away.
Butcher, remember when we were fighting in the DM?
nice. It was so cute. And then I'm
What's-
at work trying to catch up, and I'm like, well,
What's
fuck
funny
this.
too is Sonic thinks I was fighting.
Joke's on you, Sonic.
I get a little bipolar sometimes. It's not my fault.
He was at DMV, so
Oh yeah, I went to DMV that
spent
day.
the
Like
day at
everything.
DMV.
I hated everybody that day.
Very
No,
nice.
I didn't
Is
hate
this-
you. Everybody except you, Butcher.
Yeah,
Is this giveaway on Xbox or PS4, or is it?
It will be whatever choice you want. If you want it
Okay.
on Xbox or PlayStation.
Ooh, even sweeter. That's awesome. All right, guys, go give him a follow. Xbox. Where can
Yeah.
people find you? What are you not up to?
I am right around the corner from everybody right now who's in the chat. So go on outside and check right around the corner. I'm there. I'm right there. But other than that, you can check out my YouTube channel. That is Xbot448, home of the next podcast, the True Gamers Podcast, where you have gameplay going on as we're talking about the gaming news. This past Saturday, we had Showstoppers Takeover. If you haven't checked it out yet, you definitely have to check it out. We went off the rails 3 seconds after the intro. It was an amazing show. Other than that, you can follow me, Xbot448 on Twitter. It's also my gamer tag for Xbox and PlayStation. So, wherever you want to see me, it's just Xbot448. It's that simple, people.
Who are you?
King Neutral.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Supersonic, did we get you? I don't know. This has been like the longest outro session of my entire life.
You got,
Did you-
follow me on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch, Supersonic Station. And 1 week from today, I'm unsuspended. It's been 3
Amazing.
months.
So 8 days from today, he'll be suspended.
No more booth babes and no more Richo Review Tech USA making love to a cucumber.
Oh man, I love that video.
That is not a picture I can get out of
That
my
was the greatest one when you have it on loop and he's just sitting there like caressing a cucumber.
I still have yet to see this, but I guess it's not allowed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I was watching it for like 24 hours straight.
That's awesome. Thanks for the support, Rich. But
Wow.
also find me on Retro Renegades every Tuesday with Graphic God UK Daz, a stinking corpse when he ever wakes up. He's like in a coma for a while, but he'll be back. Yes, sleeping corpse. So I think that's about it for me.
Fantastic. And obviously, you guys can find me right here On YouTube, OhSnap, it's Mel. You can find me on Twitter at girlscangame22. And then Daz just shared all my stuff in the chat. Thank you, Daz. Xbox, OhSnap, it's Mel. PS4, Ohsnapsukaz. I don't even use my PS4 much anymore, so I'm sorry. And then in the future, I will be streaming. Obviously, I'm going to be doing CCC on here on YouTube. Probably game streams are gonna go solely to Mixer. I can't do Mixer and Twitch apparently. If I ever wanted to be partnered, someday Xbot will let me quit my job, and they'll be able to stream all the time, right, Xbot? Right.
Come on, Xbot.
He's like, I gotta stay silent. I gotta stay silent.
No, I don't have a problem with that. You just got to show me that you that's what you want to do. So you're gonna do more streams now, or?
I thought we were just quitting my job.
No, you can't quit first. You got to show your passion first. It's like you don't get a job without the job application. Am I right, people?
I love candy canes.
I did the
work. My application did get the job. Anyways, yeah, I will be streaming solely to YouTube and Mixer. I'm going to be canceling my Twitch because it's kind of pointless. Anyways, other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us. My socials are on the screen and the description below, as well as everybody else's. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us tonight. You guys have been awesome, and I appreciate you guys.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.